I think. All right, welcome to the stream. Today we're going to be watching UWF, Herb Abrahms' classic wrestling promotion. I still don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow or Thursday. Probably prime time. And then Friday we'll do Memphis. And then Saturday. Well, unfortunately, Saturday kind of got messed up because Saturday was going to be the Heathen who commented on YouTube. He responded to one of my comments about one of the videos. I can't remember what he said though, but then Vinny Slugga and Flexum, but Vinny Slugga's channel got taken down. So we have a little bit of Vinny that I have in my archive, but unfortunately we're not actually going to be able to see the best of Vinny. But in any case, that's what's coming up in the foreseeable future. Eric McHenry reached out, said he was sorry for the drama that took place over Sports Friday. So I think we can all move on and heal from that, hopefully. But was there anything else? Let's see. Ananje sent me a funny Clarence video that's like completely inexplicable. We'll watch that a different time, though. Yeah, I think that's it. All right, well, what's up, Fleetwood? Glad to see you're still alive, brother. Well, let's get started then with Herb Abrahms here in UWF. I don't really remember what all was happening in the last episode. Gosh, what was going on? Colonel DeBeers is still, I don't know. Let's just see. I don't know. Let's just see what happens. I can't remember shit.
They like to strut their stuff. It might be in Russia, it might be in New York City, it might be in Kansas City, it might be in LA. But regardless of the fact, we're talking about what people stand for. I stand for freedom. I don't stand for South Africa. I don't stand for anything else.
Who else is
but the
feuding
right
in
thing.
UWF?
It might be the wild thing. It might be a crazy thing. But it's the right thing. And Ivan, my friend, my pal, don't you know what's going on in the world today? Don't you see? Why can't you make the change?
Ivan Koloff doesn't like a young punk shooting off his mouth, no matter what country he is from, but especially from America. You know, you say you are the greatest amateur wrestler there is, like Steve Ray, the Wild Thing. I'm going to tell you something, young punk. I know more than my little finger about wrestling than you'll ever know.
Oh yeah,
and
Dan
I'm going
Spivey
to teach
shirts.
you some of that.
He's been in every single merch commercial, and I think he was in like the first episode or two, and that was it. I don't remember seeing him in a while. I can't believe Vinny Slugga's channel got taken down. Well, I mean, I can. Oh yeah, Paul Orndorff is... Who's he feuding with? Cactus and David Sammartino. The Blue Knight.
UWF, the Universal Wrestling Federation.
No, his whole channel's down. I think Cody Turbo had told me the other day that Vinny got in... He took a phone call from somebody that was kind of confronting him about posting the stuff online or something like that. And I think we've been down this road before. I just wish I would have archived more before. I did just... It's such innocuous content for the most part. I think it all has to do with the phone calls that he's making, where he's... Because he's... The state that Vinny is in is not a... it's a two-party consent state, which means that you have to have permission from both people, like or all participants in a conversation to record it. Although Vinny does tell the customer service people that he's recording them, but I don't know that he tells like regular people that he's recording them. McDonald's? Twerking related takedown? I don't think so. I think it's because he put people's phone numbers on there is what I think.
This is the Fury Hour!
And I mean, realistically, almost everything that we were going to watch in the end of the year, except for one or two things, were in the we've watched, like during Boyd Watch. So we got a decent archive of Vinny stuff.
And welcome to the UWF Fury Hour. Hi again, everybody. Craig DeGeorge and wrestling's living legend, Bruno Sammartino. We've got a great action-packed, star-studded hour of wrestling excitement coming your way. Our feature match, Steve Wild Thing Ray and Ivan Koloff. Bruno?
You know, Greg, you have Ivan
Accidental
Koloff,
doxing,
veteran
yeah.
who knows every trick in the book, tough in every sense of the word. But this young guy, Steve the Wild
Well, the
Thing-
problem is, too, he just screen records everything. So, and then he just calls people. So, like, every bit of information is all on there.
This guy's very energetic, good shape, quick. I think it's going to be a very, very interesting match, and this guy's going to give Koloff some problems.
All right, for more on the evening, let's go to Herb Abrahms. Craig, before we
Oh, boy. We watched Ardella, right, on one of the Boyd Watches?
get to tonight's show,
I think so.
I am pumped up. I am jacked up. We're 48 hours away from being in New York City. New York City, a night of main events. That's right. Wednesday, January 9th.
No, I haven't
New
seen
York
that,
City.
ATF.
But tonight, we have a card for you that's unreal.
Boy,
Here's
he's
tonight's
coming
lineup.
more and more unhinged,
Greg
it
and
seems
Bruno
like.
will
Ooh,
start
Colonel
off with the
DeBeers.
despicable and notorious South African Colonel DeBeers. An angry Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff, in a tune-up match before his New York battle with Dr. Death. B. Brian Blair, also an angry warrior, takes on
Cutie Pie Louis Spicoli. Great neck.
Then it's the UWF debut of Barry O taking on the Ultimate
Oh,
Indian,
man, can you imagine the debut of Barry O?
Chief J. Strong.
Which, if you don't know Barry O, he was a WWF job guy for a while. He's a member of the Orton family. And he charged that the reason that his career never took off was because he wouldn't give Pat Patterson and others favors. He went on like a... We've watched him go on like a talk show tour in the trash TV and random wrestling streams. We've watched a bunch of like shows where he goes on and tells his story, but...
Don the Rock Morocco.
I can't imagine him being a big star regardless,
Gets
just
ready
in my
for his New
opinion.
York battle with Greg the Hammer Valentine in a tune-up match. And the feature, the notorious Russian Bear Ivan Koloff, grapples with the very
I took
popular
a
Wild
I took
Thing,
100
Steve
milligrams
Ray.
of
And another walk on the bizarre
edibles
side
this
in
morning
Captain
too,
Lou's corner.
to kick in
Also,
for when I
another
did my
fan gets his
taste
question
tests and
answered on
reviews
Ask the
earlier.
Wrestlers. And we'll tell you how you can get the latest UWF wrestling information on the new UWF hotline. You know, these fans are late getting to tonight's match, but it's not too late to be a part of the UWF's exciting week in New York City.
He was Zodiac
It
and
begins with the Rumble
Stampede.
in the
I haven't
Big
seen
Apple
that.
on
I haven't seen
Wednesday,
much
January the
Stampede.
9th At the Penta Hotel at 7:30 p.m.
Remember that one knockoff Stampede that we watched?
Information is available by calling
That was the shits, I feel like, if I remember right.
UWF. On Thursday night, another great card that will
WWE owns the Heart Stampede library, right?
be announcing this week. On Friday, the UWF Sports Bar Party at the Sports Bar on Broadway. That's on 78th Street in New York City. Then Saturday, the Big Fan Expo at the Royce Hotel in Queens, New York from 10 a.m.
The
to
Hoyce
4 p.m.
Gracie Hotel.
And then the Rumble on Long Island Saturday night at
Over at the St. John of the Baptist High School on West Islip.
See you in New York.
Oh, no TV on that one.
Against Ricky Ataki. Now, you've seen Ataki. You've seen him, for a few weeks. And he's a tough competitor. The question is, what can he do against a man, so tall, 295 pounds, so experienced? I don't know, but hey, let's face it though, Ricky Ataki, to his credit.
Oh, I got to remember too, Friday, I'm going to start like the next episode in order on Memphis at 8:15, but I'm going to come on early so we can watch that half an episode that we missed. I got to remember that.
Everybody a really tough time.
He cannot be underestimated, Bruno. And by the way, Happy New Year to you and to all of you out there watching the UWF. And of course, we are only a few days away from the big one at the Penta. If you live in the greater New York area or you want to fly in for a terrific
Is this the guy that
card,
one guy likes?
and we'll
He's
be
like his
running it
favorite
down throughout
jobber.
This program. It's coming up on Wednesday, January the 9th at the Penta, right across the street from Madison Square Garden. And one of the best cards New York has ever
Can't wait to
seen.
see Barry O, though,
And
for
we will
real.
be running that down for you. But we've got some great action the next hour. And we're glad you have joined us here on Sports Channel America on the Fury Hour. Colonel DeBeers and Ricky Ataki. DeBeers out of South Africa. And going to work right away on Ataki.
Ataki, that's right.
Ataki reverses that arm bar, but he gets caught with a knee right in the stomach.
And the head of the turnbuckle, Ataki hits the canvas. And he has shown signs.
Yeah, if you missed the McHenry update, he said he put one comment to me that says, "I'm sorry for reporting you, and I wish that I would take it all back now." And then he left a second... hold on. He left a second comment. Let me find it.
Of brilliance, Ataki. The problem is the consistency of it, and generally his opponents have been able to wear him down.
Well, but the other... did you see what?
Headbutt to the gut.
Right in the midsection. But the thing is, you know, you've seen Ataki against some of the...
Okay, the other comment he left said, "Hey, Mark, I want to apologize and say that I'm sorry for reporting you to YouTube, and if I could, I would take my reporting you back." And then 407 Whitey responded to him and said, "Sometimes it don't be that way, but it do, Pud."
Really the toughest
true,
wrestlers anywhere, and so, you know...
DeBeers is caught there. Oh, what a great move.
Boy,
Who knows what kind of mind games McHenry's trying to play? Oh, man, stomped him. Oh, that crazy fucking sell he did?
With his right
that
leg.
is very impressive. That's agility.
Absolutely.
Imagine a Colonel DeBeers versus
what the man stands for by any means.
Kenny Olivier match.
A really disgraceful South Africa mercenary.
You know, I gotta say, Greg, you know,
what do you think happened? Hey, also, look, okay, do you think this is kind of interesting? One of the comments was placed on my Godzilla Raids Again review, which makes sense, because that was like the latest video that I'd posted at that time. The other one was on an old stream about 90s trash TV. Is McHenry going through the archive? What's going on here?
But I'm so thrilled that what a way to start the new year. It means to go back to New York City where I wrestled.
DeBeers versus Pockets. Well, imagine DeBeers selling the V-Trigger.
To be going back and seeing some of those,
there we go.
That's a great thrill for me.
He'd just go right out over the top.
Really, Professor, what they're going to see.
This energy drink is not that great, to be honest.
Orndorff and Dr. Dusty Williams. Is that a main event or what?
It's been building up, and we've seen Orndorff. In fact, we will see him this hour as well.
He is a man possessed. He is such a bitter man.
Fans will get to see what kind of determination Orndorff has. Only a week away from that big battle.
My Black Friday, Will Ospreay is supposed to be here today.
It's coming up on January the 9th.
Meanwhile, look at DeBeers. He's down. Let's see, where's Ataki?
Add it to my figurine collection.
Will he land on him?
He's dangerous from up there, Bruno. Look at DeBeers.
Oh, man. Ataki really getting in a bunch of offense. Shit. You're not going to get a wily ring veteran and military, specialist with a nonchalant cover like that, Ataki. That's why he never wins any matches.
Why? You're not going to see a better leg drop from the top rope than Ataki did, but he did take his time.
His eye patch is all fucked up.
You have to give DeBeers credit because he still was able to get up after Ataki took his time, but he connected very solidly, and still DeBeers was able to kick out.
You don't get that many chances either out of DeBeers.
Yeah, but look what's coming up now. Look at this.
This is a nasty finisher.
Right on his face.
I mean, am I wrong? It's pretty much just like a curb stomp.
Wow.
Just like with the knee, though. Oh, he's not going to put him away there?
And the sirens are sounding for Ayaki, and they're going to have to take him out.
You're going to need a spatula to get Ataki out of the ring.
Ricky Ataki going down to the hands of Colonel DeBeers, but not without putting up a fine battle.
Imagine Ataki. I couldn't. No. He wouldn't be a good fit for me. I need to manage somebody that's like a more physically imposing person. I need somebody to hide behind. So I can run my mouse, but then hide behind the guy. Kind of Jack Doherty style.
And let's go to him now for the latest with the Colonel.
Colonel DeBeers! Colonel DeBeers! Was mit dir?
Taco squeezers.
Ich bin der Weltmeister. was mag do.
You know, you are a despicable.
What's up, Kim?
Listen
Yes.
here, Herb Abrahms.
Until it's time to finally, you know,
Some of the women you go with
pay the piper, then I'll have to go in the ring.
should be the least of your worries. With only one eye. No one. Despicable. You should know
What a unique
oneself.
person Herb Abrams
I
was,
don't know what
man.
you could see with only half an eye.
I'm disabled. I'm a war veteran and I'm disabled. The war in Rhodesia cost me my eye.
He's a disabled war veteran.
It cost you Americans a lot more.
What's
Because
up,
the
Russell
wrath
Plunge?
of Colonel DeBeers is coming out because of the flank attack by that Negro.
That Negro's gonna meet you in New York in
Wow,
2
what a
days.
statement from Herb Abrams. What the fuck?
Because of the flank attack by that Negro.
That Negro's gonna meet you in New York in 2 days.
Oh my god. What's up, Zader? Herb Abrams is a nut, man.
And I coming out because of the flank attack by that Negro.
That Negro's gonna meet you in New York in 2 days. And Iceman Parsons is not to be reckoned with. See, Colonel, what you don't understand
He's not
is
to be reckoned
this
with.
man here is a referee. He's not a fighter. You got football referees. This kind of shirts here mean referees, brother. You want to fight, grab on this. 250-pound of sex appeal.
He's got a shirt that says crack on it. Oh, it's like a big gal, and somebody shoved in her ass crack.
In Africa, that's why people now then woke up about that. That gimmick went out years ago.
That
This
gimmick
is
went
the
out years
90s,
ago.
fool. So when you start picking on him,
He's
you
talking
start
to
picking on
Clarence.
family, and blood is thicker than mud. In other words, punk is a family affair. So beat up on me now. Like Mama says, see, I'm here for a reason and not for a season. Can you
Savvy
dig
guy
it?
logic.
Have mercy.
DeBeers will have to take on Iceman King.
I love when
Parsons in a
Clarence
very
kind of
hostile
does that.
New York
Whenever he says
environment
something, then
at
he
the
pauses
Rumble
for a minute,
in
and
the
he's
Big
like,
Apple on Wednesday
"Yeah,
night at the
yeah,
Penta
yeah,
Hotel.
yeah,"
Angry Paul,
and
Mr.
furthermore,
Orndorff is next on the Fury Hour.
You just think about it, Dr. Des. You think for 1 minute that you're going to interfere in one of my matches and Pearl Harbor me with a chair, brother. You are mighty wrong. And we are going to take this battle that in New York City, the Big Apple, and everybody in New York City knows what Mr. Wonderful can do. They know what he's done. They know the people that he's hurt. They know that I'm a good guy. And they know when it comes to being nasty, when it comes to being mean, when it comes to bending the rules, that I can bend them.
What do you mean,
better than
Kim?
anybody, Dr. Death. It's not going to be a wrestling matches, my friend. You come and you load all your barrels. And, brother, when it's all over and done with, you aren't going to have time enough to pull that trigger. So you think about it. You think about it, buddy. You think for 1 minute you're going to make a name for yourself. Well, my friend,
this guy's really mad.
war's on right now, and it's you and I in that ring. And all hell is going to break loose in New York City, Doc.
Mr. Wonderful, Greg. There's a man that's really possessed. I'll tell you, I've never seen an angrier man.
In 2 days, he will face one of the biggest matches.
Smoked. Well, he had a. Oh, I forgot that was a. I keep forgetting it was a butt crack shirt. Well, I watched an episode of Intervention last night. It had like the funniest title. It said, "Man uses crack to fuel workaholic lifestyle." The guy was like, he was absolutely acting like a fool though, but it was really funny.
Al Lyon right here before he goes up against Dr. Death, and you'll see that next week.
He didn't even take his robe off, Mr. Wonderful, and he attacked this Al Lyon.
You know what? Somebody must have been watching these tapes, because when he gets to Smoky Mountain in a couple years, Hands of Stone, Ronnie Garvin steals his robe and cuts it up.
Steve Williams, I think he is so upset, so angry that anybody at all that he's faced since that incident with Williams.
Now he's building up his match at the Penta Hotel.
I haven't seen Orndorff with this kind
Orndorff
of
is so
anger
good too. It's
in
wild
some
to think he
time,
ended
and
up in
that's why
any of these
this
other
match when he
promotions.
And Dr. Death, Steve Williams meet in New York. I think that this is going to be the war of wars. I really do.
Man with a vengeance, bro.
Oh,
And, you know, right now, the unfortunate recipient of all of that is Al Lyon.
Yeah, I didn't think about that, but now that I am thinking about it, there were a lot of I'm getting a lot of hoarder stuff too. Well, this might not mean much to you guys, but we were talking about how YouTube is cracking down on like weight related content. And Amberlynn Reed got demonetized not too long ago, and now Foodie Beauty is demonetized. And I'm fairly sure that that's why Healthy Family Force got demonetized as well. Probably Methadone Clinic, too. You can't have like a...
And that's it. That quickly...
I think a factor in that is how much of your content is about that. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? It doesn't... It's not that you can never talk about it, but it's like... how much of your content is based on that, and then what's your particular like perspective on it or whatever. Like you can't glamorize or whatever.
Absolutely. He went right to work. As you mentioned, and Lyon never had a chance.
I love Orndorff. I love like the like primetime WWF era Orndorff as a heel is like incredible. That's what I mean. I can't believe he was ever available to like AWF or... I guess Herb was paying a lot of money probably though. If the check cleared. Is mukbang content done? I don't think so, but I think it... Again, I think it just depends on how you... like how you approach it, I guess. I don't know. It's always so vague because they want to be able to give certain people a pass and other people not a pass, but...
In fact, he's hopped right in the middle of the ring. Let's go to him.
Paul Orndorff. You're an angry man. I don't even want you near me. You pushed me last time I interviewed you.
I think it has more to do with like talking about the like disorders around it than anything else, than like just weight or... Well, I think it's the weight issue more than the like eating issue. Like, are you talking about that while it's connected to whatever
You want you near me.
arbitrary thing they picked?
We're 2 days away! 2 days away, 48 hours from you meeting the match that you demanded with Steve Dr. Death Williams. What are your feelings on it, Paul?
Let me tell you something right now, baby.
I love it. You know what though, where I really like Paul Orndorff is Smoky Mountain. I thought he had a great run there. I love when he comes out and starts pile driving everyone and breaking their necks. Not for, just in the storyline, but like Hector Guerrero, Danny Davis. Like one guy after another runs into the ring and he just keeps pile driving them. And it was banned, if you didn't know, in Smoky Mountain. You couldn't use the pile driver.
And you just think about what you did and what you just started. This is kind of like the Middle East, but it's you and I, right here in New York, baby. It's going to happen.
I think that it might be... Do you remember there was legislation around Instagram? I don't know if there was legislation, but they did some kind of self-regulating or something where they were purging a lot of content that was viewed as like could negatively impact young people's like self-esteem or whatever. It might, I don't know, might be connected to that.
I don't mind telling you right now, Doc.
But I feel like that was a couple years ago. This is all happening like right now.
And I might not be a real nice guy sometimes, but I'm going to tell you when I step into that ring, that all hell is going to...
Well, there's this aspect too, Joe. I wonder if you couldn't like make a video where you had it, because you can talk about these subjects, it's just how you talk about them. But I wonder if you could make a video and just not monetize it, and then that would pretty much evade any of the issues related to it. You know what I mean?
break loose. And I'm telling you, brother, somebody
I don't know that much about Girl World, to be honest. Methadone kind of keeps me mildly updated sometimes.
From a little old lady, then I'll do just that. But it really doesn't matter to me anymore, because I haven't forgot the stitches right here in my head, my friend. You think about it, because I've thought about it now for the last month.
Kim, you're protected by billionaires.
New York, your town, your area, Paul Orndorff, but not your rules. That's right, in the big squared circle. You and me. You might have walked out. You might have stood up.
I don't think so. I don't think, because Tony Yeoman doesn't really talk about any kind of like disorders or anything. I think he'll be okay. You just have to be you know, you just have to think like savvy guy. Be mindful of the algorithm if you want to monetize. You know.
Paul, well, next time, it might be a broken leg. It might be a broken arm.
Oh, the Beth interview. There's another Beth interview. Well, I'm gonna talk to her tomorrow. I think we're gonna do a video chat, and we're gonna talk about doing another kind of more open-ended interview.
Arm. But Paul Orndorff, don't you
But it will
dare
probably
take
be
your eye off of me. Don't you dare
it might
turn
be a
your
minute.
back on me, because I will, and that's a promise to everybody. I will hurt you for good.
And what a match that's going to be. Dr. Death against Paul Orndorff
Airsoft
at New
fatty.
York's Penta Hotel, Wednesday, January the 9th at 7:30 p.m.
It's kind of like addiction content. You can talk about recovery, but they don't. I don't know. I guess I would look at Soft White Underbelly for how to cover those controversial TOS issues properly. Because they deal with a lot of stuff that would get flagged, but they're able to kind of get around it because of how they approach it, I think.
Attraction alone is worth it all.
Famous softball interviews.
75 pounds. That's a big man, Greg. But how about 469 pounds?
What is that then?
What it means is this ring is going to be in trouble if these two guys start slamming each other. There's a lot of beef in there.
If Morocco is a big man, what do you call Cooley, an apartment complex?
Oh, I
What is
remember
he?
this guy.
He's 200 pounds larger than Don Morocco. That's almost hard to believe.
Yeah, well, the one thing from what I've seen of the Jerry Cooley, he's a big man, no question about it. I don't know how long he's been wrestling professionally, but what I did notice about him is he's a big, huge guy, but he's not the most experienced guy that you've ever seen. So that will certainly be a handicap against the likes of the Morocco, who has been around for a long time and has held so many different titles, and we know what he can do.
Buff
Change
hippie.
your strategy if you're The Rock than normal when you're going against a guy who's 200 pounds more than you?
Well, he's going to fill him out. He's going to find out. He's going to do little things in there just to fill the guy.
Where is this in regard to is this after he had that run with Billy Graham where he was the buff hippie in WWE or WWF?
I to see what the guy has, what he doesn't have. There's a nice
I'm really bad at
see,
like where
275
how
pounds. Still has
timelines
that
fit in.
quickness, doesn't he? And you know, you fill a guy out, and after a while, it doesn't take long for a pro like Morocco to just get a good feel as to the pluses and the minuses of the individual, and then he goes accordingly.
Cooley right now is feeling the effects of Morocco's pluses, and Morocco's on top of them. Had that toe hold, but that has been released, and now you see Cooley holding onto the rope, so Morocco will have to back up.
Crowd's really worked up.
Cooley now. Oh my. Midsection shots.
See, Cooley's such a big guy, he has to learn how to use that weight. If he can learn how to use that weight and use it well, then he can do some damage, because when you weigh close to 500 pounds,
Amateur
like that,
background.
if you really know how to learn how to use that weight, there's no question about it. It can be a tremendous advantage to you.
What's
But
this
if
guy's
you
name?
don't, if you
Cooley?
don't, if another person knows how to work around you,
I thought he had like
a
some
guy
monster
can't
heel
continue
name or
down,
something
he'll
last
get
time.
tired.
Did have a nice move there by going into the ropes, but now he's whipped into the ropes
This
himself.
match is lousy.
Morocco's trying to size up what to do, and slowly goes into him. Now again, the Irish whip in. And, oh! He turned him over.
Back body drop like that. Now, the guy that's that heavy, he feels it even more, because with all that weight come crashing down on that mat. That's there's Cooley moving.
I mean, this guy's wanting to work like the big man, and he is heavier, but Don Morocco is big. Looks bigger than him. It was a terrible match, and I like Don Morocco.
Back body drop.
And I like people with Abdullah the Butcher style grooves in their head too.
Very efficiently taking care of Terry Cooley.
Terry Cooley?
Is next.
Maybe I'll do a softball interview with
Wrestling
Kim
fans,
next.
This week it's Captain Lou Albano back again with the Captain's Corner. We have oddities in the world of professional wrestling. Right now, I'm going to interview a fella called Cutie Pie. Why Cutie Pie? Cutie Pie. Can I ask you, sir, why you use the name Cutie Pie? Why you couldn't go as your own name? I mean, what's the purpose of...
You're asking me. You have hair all over your face. You got rubber bands on your forehead, and you're asking me why they call me Cutie Pie? Maybe we should ask you the question why they don't call you Cutie Pie. Just
Oh,
take
no, I like
one
that.
look
I
at
like
me,
the
Captain. One look.
ECW run
You
for
give a young
Morocco.
punk, you give a young punk once a little bit of energy, and there he goes trying to open... What? I'm asking you why you use the name Cutie Pie.
I love that
instead of your
whole
own name.
era of
Get back to the
ECW.
basic answer.
Well, first of all, look at this face. You cannot tell me
I'm
I'm not
looking at
cute. You cannot tell me I am not the best-looking man in the UWF.
Oh, you're very cute.
Oh, you got Paul Orndorff? Maybe he's a good wrestler, but he's an ugly guy. You got guys like Wild Thing. He's a good wrestler, but he's an ugly guy. He's a bottle blonde, Captain Lou. This is real blonde hair.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's why I'm a
Rock
Cutie
side.
Pie. Now, no, you
He
wanna
only
ask
likes
me-
the
You know,
Viking.
wrestling fans, you come out here at times and you do have the oddities in the world of professional wrestling. This is a great sport. But occasionally you got a guy like
Man,
yourself
this-
with the
I
brain
just-
of a dehydrated baby. Keep your hands to yourself. That comes out here and tries to insult the host.
I gotta get a
Captain
different
Lou
drink.
Albano.
This
But when I look at this
energy
man
drink just gets
and you
worse
use the word
and worse.
cutie pie, I've got to say, he certainly is a cutie pie. That's in my book. Anything else to say?
You've been eating stale spaghetti. You're gonna throw
No,
up.
I've had a little garlic.
Ow! You're telling me.
Wrestling fans, it's Captain Lou, baby, with the Captain's Corner. And as I said, every once in a while, I've got to interview an oddity. And I happen to have the big, the tall, the fat, the small. And every once in a while, I get a cutie pie. And here he is standing at my side, all 5'11", 270 pounds. You're not in the ring with me, brother. Just remember yourself. Keep your mind clear because you need it, and you're not dealing with a full mind. But here's a man that goes as Cutie Pie. Go ahead, Cutie. Tell us a little more.
Well, okay, Captain. You got a little baby, right? Little baby in its bassinet. He's real cute, isn't he? Or you got a little puppy dog. You got a little puppy dog just born. He's real cute, isn't he? And then you got me, Cutie Pie Louis Spicoli. Louis Spicoli's the name.
Wrestling fans, when you talk about Louis Spicoli,
But a baby doll or a baby dog, they can't harm you. But I'll crush you.
the man
You're
is
cute.
soft. He's
You
as
ain't cute
soft
no
as a
more.
marshmallow baby in a 380-degree oven. When you talk about soft, this man is the king of soft.
Cute, cute.
Oh my God.
UWF box office, the
Oh,
Rumble in
shit.
the Big Apple. Here's the rundown of the night of main events. Paul, Mr. Wonderful Orndorff will take on Steve, Dr.
Hey, what's
Death
up,
Williams.
Randy?
AWA champion Larry Zabel.
Hey, Randy, did you hear that Eric McHenry reached out? He offered up his apologies for his behavior.
Will put his title on the
And he
line
said he would take it all back if he could.
against David Sammartino. B. Brian Blair will take on Cowboy Bob Orton. Colonel DeBeers has agreed to take on Iceman King Parsons in a very controversial match. And Steve Wild Thing Ray will take on the Russian Bear, Ivan Koloff. Bruno, what
That's
a
Louis
fantastic
Spicoli's
array of
grandpa.
Matches this is going to be.
This is an incredible card, really. This is, I'll tell you what, I don't know when New York has seen a more impressive card than this one. I mean, every one of these matches is a main event.
Whatever
Well,
happened to
you start off with
Spicoli?
Orndorff.
He had kind of that. He got kind of canceled. But normally people don't really give a shit. Did he just stop coming around, or is he in like a different chat now?
And Dr. Dusty Williams. I mean, what more can you say about this match with these two individuals? But then if you go down the list, the rest of these matches just named, every one of these matches can be a main event in any arena in any city in the United States. So New York, you're in for a real treat.
Also, Greg, the Hammer Valentine takes
Oh,
on
look at
Don
that!
the
What a
Rock
classic
Morocco.
matchup.
On Thursday night, our yet-to-be-announced card, call the hotline for details. On
No,
Friday,
not
at the
Louis
Sports Bar
Spicoli.
on
What happened to
Broadway,
Spicoli,
UWF
the
party
dirty old
with
man
all
from
your
chat
favorite
that likes to
UWF
lick
wrestlers
dirt
in
shoots?
attendance. Then on Saturday, it's the Fan Expo for autographs, pictures, and
I don't really
handshakes.
know how to respond to him. I don't think I will. Hopefully we can maybe parlay this goodwill at some point into an interview. I feel like that would be
At the Royce Hotel
very interesting.
at LaGuardia Airport. And on Saturday night in West Islip, Long Island, it's the first UWF Rumble on Long Island. And for weekly up-to-date information on what's happening,
I'll be
in
a
the
little more
UWF,
alert in like
New
half an
Yorkers
hour.
can turn to WBAB 1240
This'll start
AM
to-
for Pro Wrestling Spotlight.
This will start to taper off. I'll
You know, 10
cease
years ago,
cresting,
right here in
if
New
you will.
York,
If you will.
I retired the greatest wrestler of the time, Bruno Sammartino. And it's kind of ironic that his own flesh and blood, the reason he stabbed me in the back, is going to get the same treatment in the same town. You know something, David? Here's your chance, kid. Here's your chance to look death in the face and spit in its eye. Here's your chance to stand on the threshold of your dream, grab reality, look up to the heavens and say, God, I've solved the secrets of life, and you get to stand face to face with the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. And you get to look eye to eye with the same man who retired your father. And you're going to meet the same fate. And you're going to reside within the same legacy of the Sammartinos at the hands of the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world.
Oh man, this would be fun to watch. They keep promoting Dan Spivey. He hasn't been around in months.
It's time again for Ask the Wrestlers, where you can win a free UWF t-shirt and cap if we use your letter. And Emilio Hall of Philadelphia is this week's winner with his question to Captain Lou Albano. Emilio wants to know if Larry Zbyszko is a threat to Bruno Sammartino. Zbyszko's been a source of concern for the Sammartino family.
Well, Emilio, I can agree with you wholeheartedly. But let's remember, Bruno Sammartino is retired from the world of professional wrestling. So I don't think Zbyszko should be bothered with Sammartino. I don't think that's even going to enter his mind. Right now, he should be concerned with people like David Sammartino, who will be wrestling on the 9th of January at the Penta Hotel in New York City. I believe there are enough...
Yeah, I think, I don't know if it was the case everywhere, but I think whoever taped this, like, that was part of, like, a TV block. Like, you could watch wrestling, and then they'd have kickboxing or vice versa, but that'd be a fun block of TV.
Universal Wrestling Federation, Larry Zbyszko to be concerned.
Kickboxing and coke-fueled professional wrestling.
I'm always there at Bruno's side if I can help, and I don't believe my support with Bruno would need me. Thank you very much for your letter.
Get this, come on, Lou, wrap it up.
For using his question, Emilio wins a UWF t-shirt and cap, and you can too. For a chance to get your question on the air, just send a postcard with your name and address and question to Ask the Wrestlers, 702 Washington Street, Marina Del Rey, California, 90292. A reminder, the UWF hotline is your link to all the news and goings-on in the Universal Wrestling Federation. Find out where the UWF is going to be next. And hear comments from your favorite UWF wrestlers like Paul Orndorff, Dr. Death, B. Brian Blair, and yes,
I've heard a lot of stories, but like this is the first time I'm actually like watching them in order.
And find out all you need to know about your favorite wrestling organization.
$2 for the first minute. What about after that?
That was more like a powerplex there, Bruno. He stayed with him and brought him right around.
Look what's coming. Here it is. Here's the Scorpion.
I hope this isn't that footage they've been showing out of context and edited that makes Cowboy Bob Orton look bad.
This is it. Yep. This is the Scorpion, the combination.
I know he's always on.
Bob Orton is entering the ring.
Oh, for crying out loud. Now, wait a minute.
Oh, boy, he comes down.
This is exactly what happened the last time when Honey got hurt.
Oh, that's the one before where he attacked Honey accidentally.
Didn't work.
This is redemption.
Getting the best of it.
Redemption at his finest.
John Tolos. Whoa.
Throws him into the corner. He has him in a sleeper.
The sleeper. He's got... Oh, look who came in. Tolos, the manager.
And Tolos comes down and knocks down Blair.
3 weeks ago, another mugging took place in the ring. Again, the perpetrators were...
Come on, ref, get him away from the manager.
Manager, John Tolos. And again, the victim was B. Brian Blair.
Man, can you imagine a McHenry interview?
Honey headbutted into a concussion by the same dirty,
big stalling suplex.
He's holding him up, and he brings him down. And B. Brian Blair is taking a beating here, 2-on-1, no help at all. Referee out of control here.
Come on, why doesn't somebody do something here? We're some of Blair's friends here.
Oh, man. The referee now helping drop. This could be even worse for Blair.
Do you believe this,
Tolos? No one's going to stop it now.
Do you believe this, Tolos, though? This is what he demands of his man.
And look at the smirk on his face, too.
Oh, he's taking his belt off.
Look, he took his belt out. He's going to start
whipping him. He's whipping him with a belt.
Oh, man.
There was just no need for this.
It was a brutal assault until Captain Lou Albano came charging into the ring to aid Blair.
as the Scorpion.
I really like Tolos as this coach character.
Yes, I think he jabbed Tolos with it. They told him to jump right out of the ring. And
Scratch and sniff McHenry merchandise.
Those dirty, rotten scoundrels have done it again. Brian Blair is right here, and I want to know your thoughts
Look at that nice
on Cowboy
jacket.
Bob Orton and John Tolos on what they did to you, Brian.
Well, Herb, you know, I've got a lot of thoughts right now, and it seems to me like Orton and Tolos wanted to embarrass me.
They sure
you know,
did.
right here on national television. And, you know, I haven't been beat with a belt since I was a kid, and I remember now why I was beat when I was a kid, Herb. And that was to knock a
Is that what, 4 segments now with Captain Lou?
little sense in me. And I guess that's exactly what they did now. You know, they kind of knocked a little sense into me because before, you know, maybe I thought I didn't like them. You know, they hurt me a lot when Orton attacked Honey, and the whole incident, you know, has been nonstop. And
Like
now that,
Andre.
you know, that I've taken a real licking, I know exactly how I feel about you, Orton. You've knocked a lot of sense into me. You beat a lot of sense into me. But let me tell you something. For every ounce of pain that I felt, for every ounce of pain that Honey's felt, for every ounce of frustration that the fans have felt, for every ounce of pain and frustration that I feel
High
right
energy,
now,
yeah, the
you
black
were
and
paid by
white
the pound.
checker
You
with the
understand what I'm
neon
saying
strip.
about Orton Jr.? You understand what I'm saying, John Tolos? Because, yeah, I'm not...
If only wearing high energy clothing translated into high energy promos.
myself right now, I've got somebody to watch
Just like
my
the
back.
most
And I
laid back
promise you that
promo.
These people will watch my back. So now, why don't you meet me face to face? I'll see you real soon.
Uh-oh, here comes Honey.
Brian Blair, here he comes. Oh, look at this. Look at this.
Honey.
Honey's with him, and of course, there's the captain.
It is good to see Honey out there.
Yeah, I'm sure. In fact, I'll tell you the truth, I'm surprised to see
I
her.
didn't expect
Nice
her either.
world-class
Honey is there.
styled
Look who else
entry
is there.
jacket.
Captain Lou Albano, accompanying B. Brian Blair. And of course, we talk about Honey, the situation.
Honey looking
Several
good.
weeks ago, the headbutt from the top ring by Cowboy Bob Orton. And Honey is recovered in a few weeks. She had a mild concussion. She was definitely shaken up. This is her first time back.
Remember when Captain Lou had that cattle prod and stuck it up? Was it Cowboy Bob Orton's ass?
New York, B. Brian Blair versus Cowboy Bob Orton. Now, you know, as the old saying goes, there's no love lost between these two. In fact, there's an awful lot of hate. And again, this is going to be a war between
Bullying
two
laid-back
very
wrestling
talented
promos.
wrestler. And it'll be interesting to see what the Golden Greek and Captain Lou happens since they'll be in the corner of these two people.
Captain Lou says he will keep his eye on the Golden Greek. That means you can't take your eye off him. B. Brian Blair and Cutie Pie in the ring. And you talk about, we talked about Orndorff being determined. Here's another case of a guy being determined. B. Brian Blair.
Oh, extremely. After all, look what happened to Honey as a result of Bob Orton's mighty blow there. And he's
What is even in this energy drink?
You just can't wait till he gets in the ring with him. Meanwhile, look at these tackles. Look at the speed. He's really buzzing in there, isn't he?
He can't be stopped. Yes, sir.
Oh, look at this. Oh, whew.
Cutie Pie took a nasty fall to the hard floor.
Not too cute coming out of that ring. No, not too cute at all. But again, just thinking, getting back to this New York thing for a second, talking about Cowboy Bob Orton, B. Brian Blair. But how about this? Greg Valentine versus Don Morocco. And a title match.
I had to make sure it didn't have like 15,000 milligrams of caffeine. It only had 200 though.
This is, you know, every match here is a main event. It really is.
You notice some anxious moments lately for David Sammartino?
Well, look at, you know, look, he's my kid. Naturally, I tried to be, you know, like a commentator here.
Excuse me, great suplex there by B. Brian Blair. And the elbow drop, and
Cutie Pie is getting,
Cutie Pie.
Right now. Hey, clever move.
Now, body slam.
Yeah, and they're really they're like smashing him over too.
Got out of the way quickly.
Absolutely.
And lands an elbow of his own.
Yes, a beautiful elbow of his own.
They've replayed that Orton footage of those two events like over and over again.
The point is that, you know, he's my son, but let's forget that aside for a second.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I thought
for
for sure it was more than that.
Very, very bad feelings. But David, I have to say this. David is a very aggressive. He's a gutsy young guy.
Well, I took the edibles I took were hybrid too, which I'm not always used to.
But I think this is going to be a tremendous wrestling match. Who's going to win? Naturally, you know who I want to see win, but I'm not going to predict that because it can go either way. Zbyszko, of course, he's the champion, so I guess he might even be the favorite.
I know you will have a fair call behind the microphone as well. B. Brian Blair, meanwhile, getting out of the way. That big drop, and that looked to be Cutie Pie's big shot. He could not answer. And now Blair again in control.
Boy, that knee lift must have scooped that Cutie Pie about 1.5 feet off the ground.
Captain Lou watching on along with Honey. And a great power slam by B.
Man, this guy just...
Excellent tactic.
I don't even have anything against him. I just don't want to see him as like a top guy. Does that make sense? Like, I just don't buy it.
Honey and Captain Lou nodding their head with approval.
Like, look at this.
Yes, sir. The Scorpion does it again. That is such an effective move. What is it, Bruno, about that?
I didn't see it yet, Randy.
The way he just took with his feet that he put the pressure on the Ackerman and quit, but the other times he scoops him up the way just like a Boston crab.
Our man on the spot, Herb Abrahms, standing by with the winner.
I'm here with the three of you, B. Brian Blair, Captain Lou Albano, and Honey, I have to tell you, I personally admire you and give you courage for being able to come down here after that tremendous, vicious attack and blow that you suffered.
Well, thank you, Herb. Thank you. I knew what to expect when I came out here, but I'm here to watch Brian's back, and I'm going to stick with him all the way.
Brian,
Tell you, wait a minute, I'm going to tell you something, Herb. First of all, this lady was only doing her job, merely doing her job, when she was viciously attacked by that half-wit John Tolos and the other moron. But I'm going to tell you right now, 2 days from now...
I honestly, this might sound like a terrible idea, but I was actually hoping that LA Knight would win the tournament. Because if it's LA Knight versus John Cena, then like that, it's just a different vibe than if it's like a... But I guess you want like they wanted like a traditional heel babyface thing, but I mean... LA Knight could have healed it up on him, and I just feel like that match would have been more fun to watch, and I think could have, again, I haven't seen the Gunther match, but I haven't heard very many good things, but I just feel like John Cena putting over LA Knight kind of just makes sense.
Right at the Penta Hotel in New York, Brian Blair, you're my buddy, I'm going to be at your side. I don't know
That's how I would have booked it.
But I'm going to do my best to be there in your corner when John Tolos is in the other corner.
Since you can't get Edge, I mean, that's the only other thing that would have been like really awesome if they could have worked something out with AEW.
Captain, you're a real man. You're a real man, and I appreciate it. You don't find too many men
Here's
like you.
the thumbnail.
And Honey's got a lot of courage, but let me tell you something, Bob Orton. You take a good look. John Tolos, let me tell you guys something.
Herb Abrahms is a
Everybody's got to
madman,
serve somebody. Whether you guys think so or not, everybody's got to serve somebody. So you mark the 9th down on your calendar, and when you get to New York, you make sure you show up, because I promise you I'll be there, and you will pay for every little pain that this little girl suffered, and a hell of a lot more.
Now, remember, wait a minute, keep quiet 1 minute. I'm telling you on the night, I want all my fans to come on out and watch Captain Lou in the corner with my main man, B. Brian Blair. We'll be right there, baby. Hello,
like, I really just think we live in a different era. Putting someone... A deal with, like, Gunther where you get fucking tapped out, like, that just feels like kind of anticlimactic. It's not like there was a big personal grudge that paid off. It was a tournament, like... Who cares? And I just think like LA Knight would have had to be like a completely different vibe than like, even if they put LA Knight over, than getting like choked out by this big heel monster. And I just really don't think people view retiring someone anymore in terms of like adding to their mystique. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I just feel like it doesn't really benefit Gunther any. I think people only remember you retiring people if you have like a really great match.
Now, Brian, you know Bob Orton did not show up several weeks ago when you assigned to meet him in a television match. What makes you think he's going to show up in New York City?
Another great Blair promo. Oh, it's still going.
Line, Herb. And you know as well as I do, once you sign the dotted line and you do not show up, the fine that is rectified against you is nothing that Bob Orton or that cheapskate
the Golden Geek, John Tolos, wanted this
The Golden Geek.
And may I say this, the officials of Universal Wrestling Federation have stated that if they do not show up, they will be barred for life from wrestling. So you know they're going to be there. I'm going to be there.
You know what I think would have been kind of neat, and I know people have this thing where like they think a last match has to be so like has to be epic, and I don't think that's really true. I think you could have had a really fun, fast-paced match between Cena and LA Knight where Cena kind of gets most of the offense, but then LA Knight's able to get like some kind of a capture or momentum pin and get the win, and like even he's surprised that he won the match. Like, I just feel like you don't have to have like some big last stand in your final match.
It's the night of the night at 7:30 at the Penta Hotel. And
You've been retired since 38? Eric McHenry was born retired. What's up, Cody Turbo?
I'm going to do. Taking care of business, taking care of Brian Blair, and all of a sudden I hear
Yeah, I keep seeing people say if the Saudis want Cena to wrestle, he'll wrestle.
Come down and leave the ring with a real man. I turn around and look at the ugliest, fattest, sausage-looking thing covered with hair I've ever seen in my life, and I want to know what your business is from being there. That's all.
This man's not even a manager, not even a coach. He's nothing, not a trainer. All he has is a big mouth with a couple rubbers sticking down his neck. I can't understand it.
You think Vinny showed his special friend his YouTube and that was it? Yeah, that could be. What a bummer, man.
What's the matter? Can't you take care of business? You chicken? What's the matter with you? You get everybody, go ahead, take them all. And all of a sudden, Albano comes to the ring with that, whatever you call it, and look out. I'm a human being, man.
Cody, what'd you think of Eric McHenry's, the crossover content from last night?
Be Brian Blair with Captain Lou at ringside. Cowboy Bob Orton with John Tolos by the apron. Another fantastic match on the card at the Rumble in the Big Apple, Wednesday, January 9th at 7:30 p.m. at New York's Penta Hotel. Don't you dare miss it.
I don't know about Vinny. I hope he can come back. I don't know that. I think he's just going to keep getting in trouble if he keeps making content. Maybe he can just come back as a viewer. Or just only stream like him and his dad.
You know, this is going to be an interesting match, Greg. These two are so different, these two individuals. He likes that. Pretty girls in the audience. Ah, there's a little boy.
He likes that, too. He's a big fan favorite, as you can see. And I think he just made the night.
Remember when that cop told Durunda that he'd really like the beach because there was a bunch of teenage girls in bikinis?
We see this wild thing here, Steve Ray, and you look so happy. We commented last week. You always seem so happy and so forth. But I wonder if
he always seems so happy and so forth.
And fans, his opponent from Soviet Union, weighing 262 pounds, Ivan Tolos.
Stranger matchup. In terms of two different individuals.
Can you imagine my surprise when I fucking got a note? I looked at my notifications and I was like, "What the fuck, Eric McHenry?" I couldn't believe it. I was like, "Huh?" Like,
and of course, in recent weeks,
it seems like he interacts like so infrequently.
Koloff is not only one, but he has,
and especially for him to initiate and reach out.
He always does it, and it'll be interesting to see. He
sent me a message on YouTube, and he said that he was sorry for reporting me and that he would take it back if he could, and basically just apologized for his behavior.
Now, what will happen in this
the dirty
match,
state
really,
trooper?
because,
Yeah, that guy was
this,
pretty weird.
You know, Steve, listen to the people. USA. He has shown us that
USA chant going up, very patriotic. We will still do a tribute to Vinny. It'll just be really limited to what I have in my archive. You also got to remember he has like another 100 channels, so.
Good side headlock by the Wild Thing.
I should probably start archiving
really
it.
Is. Oh, there's a fine hip lock. Really is two different generations, isn't it?
Absolutely, but look
different style.
Oh, sure.
Ooh, man, got him right in the mouthpiece.
Very good. Koloff tried to hip toss the Wild Thing, and he reversed it. Got him down nice, and arm dragged him, and then the drop kick. And hey, so far, so good. Let's see if we can keep it up.
You know, by saying that, you may think one guy is over the hill. Well, no siree. You take a look at Ivan Koloff, you immediately know that he may be a few years older than the Wild Thing, but he can still do it in the squared circle, and that's why he continues to be a success.
Well, he may be older, but with ring experience, you learn how to be more efficient. You don't need to be as fast or as strong. You learn how to, you know, use every advantage. And you gain ring awareness.
We're slowing down, Eddie.
Just gonna kick him in the legs.
I gotta say, I'm impressed with him. I'm very impressed as to the kind of...
Can we get an EFD 306 sign on Monday Night Raw, please?
You have to be impressed. You have to give a lot of credit.
He's getting some encouragement from the fans. He's looking around. The referee says, no, sir.
I'd like to go to a protest and take just weird Boyd signs. Deport Ben Thorpe, EFD $306.
Oh, let him go. How about that? I hope he doesn't regret that later.
Rest in peace, Colonel DeBeers.
Very, very unusual. Why let the guy go there?
What's up, Dave's channel?
Let him go. Don't trust him.
Wild Thing says, should I?
Swag bomb.
Friendship?
That would be a mistake. I guarantee you it'll be a mistake. Shake his hand and you
Looks
make
like
a
he's gonna do it.
mistake. Be a big mistake.
Should he or shouldn't he? Tolos says yes. Oh, he turned his head. He got a foot right in the midsection. Now a big arm to the back.
Well, what's he think? He's going to stand there with his hand out for 30 minutes? I mean, come on, it's an insult.
With the Wild Thing, Steve Wild Thing Ray, to be fooled by that phony handshake by Tolos.
Tolos is now fighting the Wild Thing.
Bad move.
Well, hopefully Bruno's smooth commentary will help.
Oh boy, this could be trouble now. Oh, I always worry about that chain too when you're in a precarious position. Somehow Wild Thing's fighting off.
Right, he's got his foot locked up and he can't move his foot. And he cut the pull off with his other foot.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that's the deal. Ruby getting a legal victory over Grace. It's pretty impressive way to end the year.
Still can't wiggle free. The referee's trying to help him out. Come on, ref.
Well, you know, those ropes are so tough, aren't they? When you get them twisted like that, that's not easy to pry them apart.
Your weight is leaning down on it.
Man, that energy drink, like the aftertaste or that, like, you know, that energy drink, like bitter flavor, like it's just fucking lingering like hell.
He's out. The question is, what effect did it have? Tolos continuing to go right after him, hammering away with the big right.
Now he pushes the guy off his chair.
Turn around! Turn around!
Oh, yeah. It'll probably be a while before we get another emote.
And they're both out of the ring still now. Smartly, Wild Thing throws Tolos
yeah, I mean, it's a...
They were nearly counted out.
It may not be the gigantic W that people maybe expected, but it's a Ruby W no matter how you look at it. She beat up Grace and then she won the lawsuit. She beat her in a fight and then she beat her in court.
Nice drop kick.
Wild Thing has recovered beautifully here.
I am impressed. I'm impressed.
Most women would rather go to work. That's not what Savvy Guy says.
Uh-oh.
What kick did that ever land? You know, Tolos has taken about 3 or 4 punishing blows square to the chin in the last 30 seconds. Flying clothesline. Did he get him?
I hope Ivan doesn't have to put this guy over.
A little bit slow in there. Count there.
That was close.
Man. Trying to suplex him. This is a tough man to get up there. Yes.
Nice vertical suplex. He's going to go for the cover.
Lateral press.
No,
Is
he'll
that
kick
enough?
out. Whoa.
Kicked out. Bruno, you saw that. Why?
Well, see,
What is going on here?
But he did lift his right shoulder and stop the referee from a count of 3.
He really had the leg hook, Steve, did he? He's going to try it again. No, he's going to body slam him this time. Got to be impressive, the power of Wild Thing Ray picking up Tolos.
I think that people who were not too familiar with Steve Wild Thing Ray are going to be very impressed with him after this match. Win or lose.
Watch this.
Win or lose.
Well, hopefully Eric is serious.
Turn it back over.
There we go.
That's a fluke. That is a fluke ending.
Oh,
what a match.
So disheartening for that man. I mean, so disheartening.
The bullshit chant goes up from the crowd.
So many times. Look at the face. He knew he had him. And now he better turn around. Koloff has that chain. Come on, ref.
Come on. Look at this.
Come on, referee. Can we get the Viking out here, please? What a generous man. Boy, this is just...
He's got the chain.
Man, I like Ivan Koloff, but man, this Wild Thing guy is...
Great drop kick. He's got the chain, and Koloff making his own medicine here. He may get his own medicine.
He wisely threw himself out of that ring and gone.
A great turn of events by the former world champion.
Yeah, you always have to be awareness. You have to be aware. What's up, G Thanks?
These two will meet again at the Rumble.
Well, you probably saw G Thanks, but Eric McHenry issued a full apology for his actions.
Final details of that event and others when we return.
Attention wrestling fans, Thursday, January 10th, the UWF comes to the Queen's Theater. See wrestling greats Paul Mr. Wonderful Orndorff, Steve Dr. Death Williams, Greg the Hammer Valentine, Don the Rock Morocco,
Barry O,
Blair, Cowboy Bob Orton, David Sammartino, Ivan the Russian Bear Koloff, the despicable Colonel DeBeers, Iceman King Parsons, Steve the Wild Thing Ray, and many more. Friday the 11th. Party with the UWF at the Sports Bar on Broadway. Saturday the 12th, it's the UWF Wrestling Fan Expo at the Royce Hotel.
Yeah, he said, hold on, I'll show you. I'll tell you what he said. I really, I couldn't believe it. He said, "Hey, Mark, I want to apologize and say that I'm sorry for reporting you to YouTube, and if I could, I would take my reporting you back."
Opposite LaGuardia Airport.
And then he put one other one as well, but the same idea.
Saturday night, see matches with your favorite wrestlers at St. John the Baptist.
Oh, and the Heathen commented as well. He said, "Thank you so much. I appreciate you watching, and I'm glad he's glad that we enjoy the content."
School in West Islip, a blockbuster weekend of wrestling presented by the Universal Wrestling Federation. Call
that motherfucker should be in jail for life.
For tickets and information.
Oh man, 5 segments with Lou Albano. I know, isn't that surreal that happened? I thought, well, I got really out of hand last night, so I thought maybe I was, hallucinating when I saw the notification.
That is John Tolos, merely to watch you and to make sure that
Woo!
you do not interfere in any way. You got it? UWF.
He was very upset, Kim, that I talked about Bay Area sports online.
The ultimate in sports entertainment.
Is the rest of this just empty space? Well, all right. Here we go.
Greatest organization of professional wrestling today, and that is why.
Like, I know that Eric probably, is not always the most open to criticism, but I feel like we are pretty fair with him, and we're certainly positive about him. You guys that go over and comment in his comments, everything you guys say is you're not going over there and, saying negative things or fucking with him. Like, I think overall his experience of having this deep dive done have been at worst neutral, but I think it's actually been positive. I think the engagement from you guys going over there and commenting and stuff like that regularly is driving his views up, which is good.
Greg the Hammer Valentine is standing here right now, and that is why I am here in the UWF. To challenge everybody, because I am the greatest in professional wrestling.
Yeah, I like the Heathen as well.
What federation you're talking about, but I am in the UWF, and I'm throwing out a challenge.
I might add some more Heathen since I don't have as much Vinny Slugga stuff this time around. I am sad though that maybe, I don't think the Wayback Machine automatically archives everything, but I sure wish I had that stream where his dad was trying to cut the tree down and it was just a complete and total fail on every level.
Come on and take Greg the Hammer Valentine, the greatest, the master of the figure 4 leg lock. I'll meet you right there in that squared circle.
Greg the Hammer Valentine explodes into the Universal Wrestling Federation tonight, along with the
yeah, like I'm not saying I'm like sending him a bunch of views or anything, but I just think like overall, I don't see how it's negative, how the deep dive is negative for him in any way. I wouldn't watch fucking 40 hours of a show that I didn't like. Fury Hour Wrestling. Oh, yeah, the Fury, yeah. Oh. Can't wait for Barry O to wrestle. Does the O stand for orgasm? When I interview Bethadone, I'm going to talk to her about, I think I'm going to ask her about, like, when she found out that, like, I was covering her stuff and, like, what she thought about being, you know what I mean, like, being clipped. Because we didn't always get along super well.
Hello once again, everyone. It is great to have you with us for the Universal Wrestling Federation Fury Hour. I'm Craig DeGeorge.
Well, I don't know if you saw it or not, Dave, but Grace lost her legal battle against Ruby Spacek, who had her restraining order granted of, what was it, 100 yards? So that gives, she's got a little bit of a cushion there, at least.
You from the heart of Manhattan, the Penta Hotel. The
the Penta Hotel.
Just keep pouring into the UWF. No exception here. Greg the Hammer Valentine making his debut tonight.
Absolutely right, Greg. First of all, I can't tell you how thrilled I am to be back in the Big Apple. I spent so many years here in Madison Square Garden and so forth. But you're right. Greg back in the...
Oh, yeah, nice.
Hello once again, everyone. It is great to have you with us for the Universal
Sorry,
Wrestling
Bruno.
pouring into the UWF. No exception here. Greg the Hammer Valentine making his debut tonight.
Absolutely right, Greg. First of all, I can't tell you how
Ask
thrilled I am to be
Bethadone.
back in the
She
Big
doesn't have
Apple.
any,
I spent so many years here in Madison Square Garden and so forth. But you're right.
any carpeting.
Greg Valentine has joined UWF, and of course everybody knows Greg Valentine.
Grace lost in the streets and in the courtroom, true.
Of course, she's welcome, and so many others are coming this way.
But she's a heel, so it doesn't really hurt her aura, you know.
Against the man you know a lot about, and that's, of course, the Russian bear, Ivan Koloff.
I'm the Wild Thing, Ray, okay? And he is wild in that ring. A very enthusiastic young man, little rougher.
Plus, even if she did lose in the streets and in the courtroom, she wins in, like, the content battle. As far as viewers, I think, anyway.
This is going to be a great match.
All right, we are just about set.
I would give Ruby the edge in overall content in 2025, but I think Grace does better with, like, view-wise.
A new star.
I feel like, but Ruby's able to maybe monetize the Thorpes better. Maybe not get as many views, but she's got donors that'll come out big while she's feuding with them, like feuding with the Thorpes.
Begins his UWF career tonight.
The great Titus
does his strutting in the ring tonight as well. Also, you'll see The Rock, Don Morocco, in action in the Big Apple. B. Brian Blair with a healthy honey by his side will be in the squared circle. David Sammartino returns
Can't
to
spell
the
Lala
UWF
without 2
War.
L's.
And a return grudge match with the Russian bear, Ivan Koloff.
Oh, man, I'm
the
not...
popular Wild Thing, Steve Ray.
Boy.
Also, it's another walk on
Great.
the far side in Captain Lou's corner. Our popular viewer participation segment, Ask the Wrestlers, and remember that the new UWF Power Line is waiting for your call at 1-900-420-4UWF. Hear what the wrestlers have to say and find out about our upcoming UWF events. The UWF has come to the Big Apple, and with us comes along a big name to join the UWF.
You
Let's
think,
join Greg and Bruno at ringside.
Did Joe or I don't know. I think it maybe might be something Joe might clip, the Monty breakdown over Edward, but then it's such a long stream too. But I doubt it's probably a big enough story for like Naptown to do a mini edit on it. I might have to try to put something together.
There he is, Greg. There's Valentine.
Because it was a funny stream.
The Hammer is here, Bruno. You know, there's so much talk about the people that are coming to the UWF. And just listen to the ovation. A standing ovation here in New York City for Greg the Hammer Valentine.
Well, of course, the Hammer Valentine.
Are you trying to be Steve Casey in the chat?
That he has made for himself for so many years, and of course he too has wanted to join the UWF and test some of its top people, and here he is. So we have the Hammer, and we will most assuredly.
Is this Greg's debut? They've been talking about him for a minute.
I see it in ringside. One of my.
Where's that one guy? Where's Parbs at that hates Greg Valentine?
Stepped into that ring, and when I tell you, one of the toughest, if not the toughest, I'm talking about none other than Killer Kowalski.
I'm sure we'll have a shot at the Killer, who is sitting ringside, but let's get to the action here as Greg the Hammer Valentine is taking on Sonny Blaze, and the Hammer looking real tough as usual, and this is going to be a tough one for Sonny Blaze. Side headlock.
He did it well. You know, this, okay, let's see, he's going to shoot him into center rope as Blaze comes off hip toss.
The Hammer is all business.
You know, he's strong.
If you've got the money, he'll come in. Oh my God, wow.
And he's tough in every sense of the word.
You know, he hits with authority, Bruno. When he gets you with an arm chop, he hits with authority.
Oh, that's nice, Dave.
He really does. He knows how to use his weight, and when he delivers a blow, I mean, he puts the 257 pounds behind it, and he's very, very effective in everything that he does.
I know, I am so excited about this big hour, the Universal Wrestling Federation Fury Hour. We'll detail on Herb Abrahms a lot more. And some ringside interviews, some big names to talk about as the Hammer makes his debut. And looking...
Hopefully she wasn't watching during a Flexum segment for your sake. Did any of you guys watch Flexum get tied up in a garden yesterday in like a Dorothy costume? That was a strange stream.
A double chicken wing suplex, I bet you, yes.
Oof.
There it is. As Bruno called it, the double chicken wing.
Now you see how he does. A lot of people that use the double
oh
chicken
man,
wing
look at that.
usually take the man over and go themselves into a bridge to where they can hold the man down for a pin. Valentine takes you up in the air, and then he kind of slams you through that mat.
This is a very enthusiastic crowd, very typical New York crowd on hand here. Look at the suplex. Oh boy.
Now he gets from a double chicken wing suplex to a vertical suplex in his famous elbow.
And the big elbow.
Oh, you think they're playing the long game?
In his UWF debut. Well, you have made a good decision tuning in.
Didn't Edward pay Ruby one time to play a video where Monty said that he had a big dick or something, and he actually like paid Ruby though like money to play it for some reason, like anybody was gonna care.
Big card tonight.
You know, I thought for a second he was setting up for the figure four leg lock, and I'm not.
I think that was Edward.
He wanted to give a little punishment to those legs first, and then I'm sure he'll still go for it.
Looking on the thigh area. Leg breaker earlier, and I think he is getting ready for that figure four.
Oh no, savvy guy.
He's looking at Bruno. He's had just about enough. Look at that. There it is.
Well, once he applies the salt, he will have had enough, because when Valentine applies it properly, there's no escape. And as you see, Blaze waits no time to give up.
Usually, moments after the application of that, you hear the bell. You just heard the 3 bells.
Come on. Man, I feel like the match quality has really tanked these last couple episodes. I thought that was so strange. Like everyone in chat was gonna be like, "Oh my God!" Well, now certainly we have to take Edward seriously.
Greg the Hammer Valentine is here to challenge, and he wants to take on the best.
You look at the punishing effects of figure four. Blaze is having trouble just standing at this point.
Very devastating maneuver.
And this crowd is still howling for the Hammer. Look at that man.
How about that, huh?
Let's go to Herb Abrahams.
Oh, I also asked Jedi Joy if she identified as a Native American or as a so-called white. Because if she does identify as a Native American, we can get her into Clarence's chat and receive, so that we can start receiving the message again, you know?
Because of all the competition
Savvy guy is a child stuck in a man's body.
The Iceman, King Parsons, is next.
Hi, I know lots of you have been surprised, but you've been watching UWF. This true, and it's me, Andre the Giant. So don't be surprised anymore, because you're going to see a lot of me. Because I've been challenging everybody on UWF to traveling with me and to come in the ring against me anytime they want, anywhere they want. Because UWFs go all over the world.
He keeps saying that, but yet we only just see that same promo over and over again. This is what the Ring of Honor played a lot of venues like this.
Has been signed, Parsons and Colonel DeBeers. That'll be upcoming next week. And of course, Bruno, we have followed the story as you take a look at Dusty Wolf, who weighs in 241 from San Antonio, Texas. There's the Iceman, 237.
So-called white man.
We talked about this ongoing development with Colonel DeBeers, a self-described racist who beat and whipped referee Larry Sampson, a black referee.
Yeah, but as you know, they're also
Well, why does he have to point that out?
That's right.
Why can't he just say Larry Sampson is the official? Why does he have to keep specifically pointing out that he's black? This is part of the problem.
He don't want to fight. He wants to meet him in that ring. That's what he wants.
And I believe, Bruno, that Sampson, the referee, had a word in that as well. He had to sign that suspension, and he said, I've got another way to take care of it. He contacted this man, the Iceman, his cousin, who happens to be a wrestler. He's a terrific amateur wrestler. And now, lo and behold, he's in the UWF. We've seen him very impressive, and he does have the matchup coming up with Colonel DeBeers next week. So we're looking forward to that one.
You better believe it. I'm looking forward to that match.
You know, we say we're looking forward to it. You know, the guy really looking forward to it.
Colonel DeBeers versus Iceman. Yeah, that'd be great.
Take a look at the huge crowd. SRO.
I like this venue. I think it's a neat. I think it'd be a fun place to see wrestling.
As you well know, of course.
Look at the celebrities. Yeah. Look at the celebrities. I said before. The Nikolai Volkov is even in the crowd. And as I mentioned a little earlier, the legendary Killer Kowalski. So this is a huge crowd, and it's a lot of fans and a lot of celebrities.
It is a happening here at the Pinta Hotel.
Very renowned boxing broadcaster, also here. As you take a look at the Iceman, he really has impressed me in his bouts here in the UWF. Bruno, yourself?
Yes, he's a good athlete.
Where was Iceman at his biggest, world class? Memphis.
He's marking professional wrestling. This is a very talented individual, a very gutsy. He's got speed, he's got wrestling.
They keep chanting bullshit at everything.
He gets in a grudge match like I'm sure he's going to have with DeBeers. Believe me, he can go all out. He can brawl, he can do anything. He's the complete wrestler.
Headlock now goes in the ropes. Dusty Wolf tried to set up Parsons, but look what happened to Warren. He's down and now in trouble. The good reversal and the hip toss by Parsons.
That was a beautiful reversal. He just showed you the speed of Parsons, because when Wolf was about to hip toss him, he did pull a quick reversal. That takes quick speed and beautiful timing, and of course he has that.
Boy, he certainly does. High headlock for Dusty Wolf. Parsons, of course, you know, one thing he may have to worry about here is not looking ahead.
Was Iceman the one that got kind of beating the drum on unions, or was that a different guy?
Midsection of Wolf. And look at the determination you can really pick up with that shot.
Or was that Snowman?
Parsons had. Later on, we'll see The Rock, Don Morocco, also B. Brian Blair. David Sammartino will be on the card during this hour. And the big feature matchup, the Russian Bear, Ivan Koloff, and Steve the Wild Thing Ray. A lot to go here on the UWF, the Fury Hour. Thanks for joining
us. Boy, I don't know about this one.
Good job by Parsons. Trying to set him up with a headbutt, and he landed.
Well, you know, Wolf tried to catch Parsons with a chop.
Well, the guy on Intervention last night, he used crack to fuel a workaholic lifestyle. Sounds like JYD was doing the opposite.
To watch. He truly is. He's a fun guy to watch.
Good tattoo, as you saw across the upper chest. And I'm sure that was about as painful as the shots that Parsons is delivering to Wolf here. Big shot by Wolf, trying to establish some kind of offensive attack. That's a good shot.
He's like, hey, listen, guys, never do this. And then he's like, oh, this is the best, guys. He's like, but never do this. Never do this.
But look how much chest there is with movement. Each time he delivers a blow on Carson, he's taking this good old time.
Personal demons.
Man, you gotta be on him, I mean, heavy and hard. You don't allow even a second.
Oh, man. Listen to that.
You don't allow even a second.
That was a necro chop. Let's go, necro!
As he's doing right now.
Well, you can just hear the punishment. I don't even hear the words or see the pictures. Parsons will bring their mics right around the ring area. How about the ropes too, Bruno? Green, yellow, and purple, the official colors of the UWF.
That's right.
Never seen that before. There's that great
Nice.
suplex. And the lateral press. This should be enough. Whoa, Wolf will kick out. Good job by Wolf to kick out there.
I'm not even a fan of in a match like this where you know who's gonna win. Even though this isn't really a squash, like it's definitely like it's obvious who's gonna win. I don't even think the star should go for a pin until it's over. I don't even like seeing like the job guys kick out most of the time.
That could be the double-edged sword. You want to do well, so naturally you're going to anger your opponent. You think you
Oh, hell, necro.
would muster after the anger. Exactly. Whoa, what a nice look at wobbling Wolf, throws it down to the canvas.
It looked good though. It looked good and sounded good. Actually, the better the sound is, the less it hurts, in my opinion, because if you've ever like exchanged chops with somebody, like just for fun or whatever, if they hit you like and get that nice like crisp like chop sound, usually it's because they've like skimmed you. But like if you get a thud sound, that means they just like flat chopped you, which I think hurts way worse.
See a connection there, did you, Bruno?
Well, what happened was he ducked. He was able to duck the Iceman twice, but as he ducked it last time, and he kind of went low.
Vince, do you mean Vincent Killer McMahon?
Tangled on that bottom rope, and he might have done something to his knee.
But again, by Parsons, you don't see too many guys use the head as a weapon, but it really is for this man. He really put him away here. He got the leg hook, yeah. Parsons tied him up well. Had the leg hook, and
ladies and gentlemen, the winner, Iceman King Parsons.
Another victory for the Iceman, and he's looking sharp. He's looking sharp. Waiting for the...
Looking sharp.
Weighing in at 278 pounds, from Honolulu, Hawaii, The Rock, Don Morocco.
Don Morocco, The Rock.
yes, it is not Jack Stu. It's not Jack Lord.
Look at him, huh? I mean, he's looking, I don't know, I think he's bigger than ever. Does he look heavier to you, Fred?
It is not Ho Chi either. Remember that Thursday? You can hear the music.
Oh yeah, definitely. Ian liked the
he's concerned a little bit. He wants to get an even better shape.
like that hardcore strong style.
Competition here at the UWF will definitely provide that. All the work he is doing in the gym to meet the top competition here in the UWF.
Absolutely. But anyway, again, when you talk about Morocco, you're talking about a guy who's really experienced, who's been in there against the best. Whoa! Meanwhile, look at Chris Michaels there. He takes
hot air pressure.
Morocco.
Not a bad idea, but the big reversal of whip and up and over the rope goes Chris Michaels. Well, maybe it was a bad idea.
Chris Michaels.
Morocco, look out. He's 10 feet in the air. Look out. Look at the canvas.
Where do I know that name from?
That was some quality talk. I mean, from the top rope, Morocco literally picked him up another 3 feet.
These guys are going at it right away. Morocco with the back.
You feuded with him for a year.
What a back body drop. Chris must have gone 8 feet in the air.
I watched a match of his the other day. It was him against Kevin Steen.
But this Chris Michaels, again, he's against the veteran there on the bench, but he looks like a well-conditioned athlete, and he's taking some hard blows, and he comes back.
Was this guy in Smoky Mountain? Chris Michaels?
You could never take these kind of blows if you weren't in good shape.
Probably couldn't deliver him if you weren't in the shape. Morocco, there's a Fowler's plan to perfection. That might be enough to put away a very genius Chris Michaels. No, Morocco says, I'm not ready.
Trained by Dominic DeNucci.
Is that going to be some kind of a match or what? Oh boy, I'll tell you, that's going to be some kind of a match. I was going to put you on the spot and ask you, who do you think is going to win it? But in all honesty, the match is going to catch up there.
Oh wow, what a sell!
What a clothesline by Don Morocco. I mean, you're not going to see one better
Confess,
than that.
what are you talking about?
He really sent Michaels flying.
I think Michaels will agree with you that there was some kind of a clothesline.
Outstanding match here. There's a suplex. And boy, Michaels may be visiting a chiropractor for the next couple of weeks. Again, Morocco is just, boy, he really wants to deliver.
Did he wrestle in Smoky Mountain though? I feel like I know him from somewhere, but I can't think of where.
I really don't like that. I think for me, when you think you have an opponent beat, you should go ahead and beat him. Sometimes when you do that, maybe it won't work this time because Morocco's too experienced and so forth, but sometimes you pay a price for that.
That's where that ring generalship comes into play. Are you trying to get me to follow a satanic path? No, Fey Blood is Kim. The provocative dancer. Man, I thought those edibles would have been worn off by now, but they're like, they ain't having it. What's up, CB?
Besides having a capacity crowd, a sellout audience, I mean, we mentioned Kowalski, we mentioned, up and over the rope. You know, Ravishing Rick Rude is, of course, one of the great wrestlers of all time. Do you think he bought a ticket, or is he looking forward to perhaps wrestling? Did you see another shot through the bodies there?
Was that Rick Rude in the crowd?
Wrestling, as you see another shot through the bodies. He bought a ticket, or is he looking forward to perhaps wrestling? As you see another shot through the bodies there of Ravishing Rick Rude. He may be another one who might be coming this way. I think so. I think the UWF has made such a reputation for itself that there's so many.
Ludwig Kaiser. I like Gunther. I just think you do risk that with, like, I guess I don't know, maybe they think that's going to build good heat if he does all this, like retires all these guys, or, you know, sets all these records or whatever, but I don't know. I just think it could, like, if you push too hard, like, the fans will turn on it in, like, a bad way.
Boy, look at those eyes. He is really looking at Morocco with a fierce eye. You know, we talk about all the guys coming. You think Chris Morocco's like that again after this beating?
Yeah, I thought it was Rick Rude, but they did a terrible job of showing his face.
Been taking some kind of a beating. But again, I'll repeat what I said. This is a young guy who obviously spends a lot of time in the gym because of the amount of punishment he has taken. For him to still be in there and on his feet, although he's not on his feet right now, he is. You know, that's something. Not a lot of people could take that, absorb that kind of punishment. I'm very impressed with his resiliency. Absolutely. Morocco probably is too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're not getting up from that. Elegante.
I have not seen him look better. I mean, did he have a lot of holes? Look at Rick Rude. He's looking, shaking his head. He says, yeah. I know you. I know all about you.
I like this guy here with his UWF hat and t-shirt on. Is that Hercules Hernandez?
Going out on that particular side, right by Ravishing Rick Rude. Oh, he threw a hand there, Bruno. And he
Coming up, the grand old man of the rubber bands, Captain Lou, is next.
Hey, you little Mr. Wonderfuls out there. You think Mr. Wonderful got to
Gary
look like
Morton.
by eating wet food like cheeseburgers, French fries,
I don't really like women's wrestling usually, but I do like that Kendall Gray.
Needs real nutrition. So I drink Joe Weider's Dynamic Muscle Builder. It's got high-quality protein, amino acids, vitamins, minerals, and other important stuff I need to beat meat my opponent in the ring. And it tastes important stuff I need to beat meat my opponent in the ring. Minerals and other important stuff I need to beat meat my opponent in the ring. And it tastes great, too.
McHenry one-take job.
And it's just like a thick, rich milkshake. Joe Weider's Dynamic Muscle Builder. Tough nutrition for us tough athletes. And here's the number, 1-800-423-5713.
All right, see you later, Jeremy. What's up, Hearts Flower? This guy, I can't believe they're hawking like supplements now. Hey, Izzy. This music is lit, though.
Yes, wrestling fans, the old rubber band, the fat
What's
man,
up, Ananje?
back with the captain's corner, baby. And
I've seen Saul Ruka. I haven't seen her wrestle, but I've seen her. She's very
this is a gentleman that I handled when he
intriguing.
was the champion. Greg the Hammer Valentine. You know, I got to say, Greg, I don't agree with your tactics, brother, but you are
Smack this motherfucker in the mouth. Don't let him talk to you like that, Greg.
I made you a lot of money in professional wrestling, haven't I?
Yeah. So
You don't
what?
agree to my tactics, but I made this man a lot of money.
Yeah, so?
But then I smartened up and I moved on. I did my own thing. I signed my own contracts. I make my own matches. I make my own deals. And that's why I'm right here in the UWF.
Yeah, you make your own deals, but let me tell you something. We went a long way, but then you turned to the sour. Then you turned to the sour. But you did have the sense to come into the UWF because you realized that the Universal Wrestling Federation has the finest talent in the world today. That is one thing you did, even though
Yeah, I
you got
like
the
Tony
brain of a
Storm.
BB. Now go ahead, brother. Tell him.
Free speech. In other words, I could say what I want to.
True.
I could say exactly what's going on through my mind. I could talk about how fat and disgusting Captain Lou Albano is because that's the truth. And I could talk about how I should be the world heavyweight champion right here in any federation, the world, the universe. I should have the championship belt around my waist because
Well, I might be
I am the master of the figure
Captain
four.
Lou
I
is
might
just-
be old, remember that.
And I
Man.
might be ugly, but watch your hands and you're on my show, and I'm the boss here, baby, and I'm telling you, you are good, but you've got to come into the best. You're in Universal Wrestling Federation, and that's where we have the best. So you don't impress me. Got it?
She looks really good. Saul Ruka. Or Ruka, whatever.
New York City, what a great response and reception we've had here.
Herb Abrahams.
Herb, New York loves great wrestling. They appreciate great talent, and this is what they're seeing. The UWF is here, and they've responded because
Listen
they've
to
seen
me,
the
Herb.
best.
I wrestle in
These
New
guys are
York. I
great.
was champion
the
for
best
many
wrestlers
years.
in the world are here right
But
now, and
time
New
for
York
Bruno
is
over.
responding. The
Time
only
for
thing I felt
David
bad
Sammartino.
Unfortunately, not everybody got in to see it because the crowd was so huge that you just couldn't accommodate everybody.
But fortunately, Bruno, we've got some good news. The good news is that we're coming back to New York. Yes, Saturday, February the 9th, with the likes of
The Rumble in the Big
Nikolai
Apple,
Volkov
too.
taking on Boris Zukov, a match that, Bruno, unbelievable.
Be great in New York. Let me say that we'll be back. We're here to stay because the UWF wants to bring to you the best wrestling that you could possibly
Yeah,
have.
outside of the box office. Why would they be seated outdoors anyway?
B. Brian Blair, Steve, Dr. Death Williams, Paul, Mr. Wonderful Orndorff, Cactus Jack, the Power Twins, Barry O, and so many, many more.
My goodness, where are you going to find a better lineup than that? You're talking about truly the best wrestlers in the world today, right here at the UWF, and I am excited, and especially that it's in New York where I spent so many years wrestling. This is like coming home and seeing the best.
Oh, I forgot. They said that there was no TV on the Rumble in the Big Apple.
That link is your link to all the news and happenings in the UWF on the UWF Power Line. Find out where the match is going to be in the future. Plus, hear what your
Please
favorite
call in so I
UWF
can talk to you
wrestler
about
has
my
say.
son.
Just dial the Power Line at 1-900-4204-UWF.
Do you need any
Call
protein
now.
supplements?
It's again time for Ask the Wrestlers and your chance to win a free UWF t-shirt and cap. And this daring question
Saul
was
Ruka's
sent in by
hot as fuck,
14-year-old
yeah.
Bill Gray, who asked Dr. Death Steve Williams, are you afraid of wrestling Paul Orndorff because he's capable of ending your flawless streak? Is that why you're trying to put him out of wrestling? Well, Bill, you want an answer? Here it
Oh,
is.
he's in Levittown. Levittown.
You know something? Somebody
I like how he's got his poster of himself, and then he's in front of that, and then he has on the exact same graphic as the poster on his T-shirt.
to write into UWF and ask me if I'm afraid to wrestle Paul Orndorff. Well, let me tell you, I told you the world's turning. The stock's up. The yin's up. And you know who else is up? That's right, Dr. Death. I'm rolling right now. Paul Orndorff. You know one thing I'm the toughest man in professional wrestling. I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of one single man who steps in.
What an ego.
Time is coming. Clock is ticking.
Well, listen, I don't know about people making up questions for when they ask for viewer questions. That would be a little, well, that would be manipulation.
Remember, Dr. Death and Paul Orndorff meet in a big grudge match in 2 more weeks. But before then, we'll be sending Bill Gray his UWF t-shirt and cap for having his question chosen. And you, too, can be part of the fun. Just send your question to your favorite UWF wrestler on a postcard to Ask the Wrestlers, 702 Washington Street, Marina Del Rey, California, 90292.
Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Brian Blair.
This is not a statement on Brian Blair, but I got to take a pee break. I'll be right back.
Fancy robe there.
Hey, this is New York, though, Bruno. You need the light, the glitter, and the glamour, and the honey.
Very appropriate, very appropriate. But talk about honey. She's lucky to be here, back again after the tremendous headbutt she took from Orton a while back.
Bob Orton.
So it's good to see her around and well.
I know B. Brian Blair has been licking his chops, asking, pleading for a shot back, and I understand that in a few weeks he's going to get a crack at Bob Orton.
And looking forward to it because he's extremely bitter over not only Bob Orton, but John Tolos, the manager. The ever evil John Tolos.
B. Brian Blair out of Tampa, Florida. Mike Williams from nearby Elizabeth, New Jersey.
What is Williams complaining about? He seems to be complaining about something to the referee.
I think he's complaining he does not have a referee and manager, beg your pardon, and of course alongside B. Brian Blair is Honey with that very ominous looking hot shot.
That's a real stinker. He jabs you with it.
Yeah, I think John Tolos is still recovering from the shot he took a couple of weeks back.
Oh, did it play a copyrighted song? Uh-oh.
Anyways, I said earlier, I'm glad to see her well.
It didn't. The stream didn't go down, did it?
Because for a while she really wasn't doing too well. Ooh.
Irish ripping, and then
Nice hip block.
great hip block by B. Brian Blair, setting him up, going right to work here. Body slams him down. Coming down with the elbow.
I think he's come out to that before and it wasn't an issue. I don't think it picks it up.
Well, he is a man of a mission here.
Yeah, Blair's
I've
always
never
great.
gotten a copyright from UWF, I don't think.
Yeah, nice. Blair always gives his 100%. He's a really guy who's always in tip-top shape. He's always moving in that ring. He's an action
Fingers
guy.
crossed.
So Orton and Tolos had that real tough guy.
He didn't get it shut down yet.
Is there a genuine concern on their part to think about that hot shot that Honey has? And
Tolos is...
Tolos and Orton, they're watching this at somewhere.
I think so. I think there's a concern. Well, there should be because, whoa, look at these lights here.
Brian Blair is
Brian Blair and,
not playing around anymore.
Yeah, I don't know what that thing is all about. I never even grabbed it evidently. And you can see it does some kind of beautiful power slam.
Great power slam. That is a textbook power slam. And the atomic drop. Blair has been relentless here.
See what I'm interested. She just kind of jabbed Williams from the back.
What is going on with that? I didn't know he was going to use
I know.
that,
I saw a picture of him with like his security detail, and it looked like that picture of Ben Thorpe standing in a group of Portuguese. I don't know if you ever saw that picture or not.
This might be that scorpion he has. That combination.
B stands for bunghole.
Figure four, yes. And there it is. There's the bell.
The suits in Palo Alto approved. We can hope so.
Brian Blair takes it with his, as he likes, he chooses to call it hold the scorpion.
Learned that from a Japanese wrestler.
I did notice too, HFF has taken down a lot of stuff, trying to get their channel like ready for appeal probably.
Let's have a word here with B. Brian Blair and Honey. Brian, you got that match with Cowboy Bob Orton. I saw John Tolos downstairs at the bar, and he was freaking out.
Ferris Bueller.
Well, Herb Abrahms, I don't care what Bob Orton and John Tolos were drinking. And right now, all the talk's out the window.
Look at Rick Rude back there.
Like all these people in New York, you know, this is the town where the men are tough and the women are pretty.
That's just such a cool venue.
All about. And talk is cheap. And they've been running their traps an awful lot, Herb.
When Ring of Honor ran, was it the Manhattan Center that looked kind of like this?
I think we got the boy on the run. I think he's running scared, and all of a sudden I find out that next week he wants to put his name on the dotted line. He wants to put his body in the ring with
Tell him, Bob.
Ace. The best that
Look at John
is,
Tolos.
Baby.
Looks like
Well,
he's
be
having
Brian
a
Blair, you go ahead and bring
stroke or
yourself
something.
down there, boy. Bring Honey, Captain Lou. I don't care who you bring. Because the fact of the matter is, it's going to end up with
Can we? Well, he hasn't. Well, I guess he technically hasn't won it yet, right? When was AWF? Mid-90s. So he can't say that he's a former AWF world champion.
Standing in the ring, face to face, Brian
With a
Blair.
Jedi
And I
demonetized,
just don't
yes.
think you
I
can
think
take
for
what I-
like weight-related content, like weight disorders.
I got to offer, boy.
You're right, Mr. Orton. You're right. You want to know something, man? Here's
That's
what we're
happening
gonna
a
do to
lot
this
on
guy.
YouTube.
We're going to slice him, and then we're going to mash him, then we're going to smash him, and then he's out once again.
Remember that
We
weird
don't care
thing
who
where he
you
was
got
talking
that
about the
corner, baby.
bug
You
and
could have
smashing
your
it?
tarantula. You could have that other fat slob albino. You could have the
Albino.
wolf in the corner. Orton and I are on a roll, man, and we're just going to keep on rolling. Man, you're just going to be like a puppet in our hand, you understand? And when we want to smash you, we'll smash you. And when we want to hit you, we'll hit you. And when we want to slam you, we'll slam you. And then all of a sudden, we're going to give you that suplex, baby, and you're going to be out completely this time. 1, 2, 3, baby, out. O-U-T.
Those guys are so full of hate, they can't even remember that the big revenge match with Brian Blair takes place in 2 weeks.
Please
But
call
you'll
the
know
power
everything that's
line.
happening in the UWF if you call the new UWF power line.
Violinists
Call 1-900-420-4UWF.
that are almost 18 years old. Stay away
Hear what
from
the
Eric
wrestlers have to
McHenry.
say and get the facts inside the UWF.
From the steel city of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, David Sammartino.
Oh boy. I think they will. It just sucks because, like, even if they get their monetization back, like, same thing with the Thorpes, like, they can't really do the... If they're going to stay monetized, then YouTube's going to really crack down on certain things, like, that's going to impact the content, so then you're kind of... their hands are tied in some aspects.
He was 255, Greg. I thought he was a little too heavy. But this Spicoli, Louis Spicoli, he's an exciting guy to watch too. And he's really a character in that ring.
There he is. Yes, he is.
We are in the UWF now. This is where the big boys go. You got guys like Paul Orndorff, Bob Orton.
I feel like these have been hands down the worst episodes
Bruno
so far.
Sammartino, the living legend. You got all these great wrestlers, but they're not good looking. You know, the girls want to come out, they want to see wrestling, they want to see all those hot bods. And if those hot bods are there, it doesn't matter if they're on a dog's face. But I'm Cutie Pie Louis Spicoli. I'm cute, you're not. All the girls are going to be seeing me. Sorry, guys.
Spicoli was hollering something at me, and I don't know. I guess he's telling me that he's going to teach my kid a lesson.
I happened to talk to him too, Bruno. He told me he was unlike.
Does Grace have 2 emotes or 3? She's only her and Ben each have 2.
He says he's a little worried because when he gets David in trouble, this
Prime Time has 2. Memphis Wrestling has 2.
You know something, Greg? People have asked me, if your kid ever gets in trouble, would you interfere? They have to understand.
Madonna's boyfriend.
Yeah, well, I try very, very hard as a commentator to separate the situation here. When I look at David in that ring, he's a wrestler.
Boy, David Sammartino.
But that's really the way you have to be because he's a wrestler. He's a big boy now. I mean, he's 28, whatever he is. Oh, nice.
Body slam there. Objectivity is what you're talking about, Bruno, and we all appreciate that here at the UWF. There's a terrific maneuver by Sammartino. David Sammartino, as Bruno said, down to about 225. Has an assortment of holds. He's a terrific
Yep,
shape.
exactly,
Best
Randy.
shape of his life. That's a hip toss by Louis Piccoli. Cutie pie, but takes the feet and some other moves by Sammartino is looking most impressive here early on.
Very good arm drag. He caught Piccoli with a very impressive arm drag, and Piccoli, but they did a lot of good moves back and forth here, and then he caught Piccoli with that arm drag, and he thought, let me go
Pretty gay promo.
catch my breath and sort of regroup. And
From a guy named Cutie Pie, that would be surprising.
You know, go out and regroup a little bit.
He talked about his weight. Bruno, does he have to have a different strategy losing the 35 pounds, or is he the same wrestler in the ring?
I don't know that if he's as strong, but I definitely believe that he's quicker, and I think that he's
David
stamina is
Sammartino.
even better. He may not be as strong, because David was very strong when he was heavier, 250 pounds. Now, obviously, when you lose that kind of weight, you're going to sacrifice a little bit in the strength department, but if you make up on speed and stamina, then you're ahead of the game.
Tells me he lives a clean life, no alcohol, and his lifestyle.
He's living a clean lifestyle.
Doesn't have the most exciting nightlife, he says, but he really concentrates hard in the gym and works as a fitness trainer. And I think it'll pay off for him, and he does too. That's why he's really got in tip-top shape. Meanwhile, Cutie Pie with a good body slam, and he continues to hammer away at David Sammartino.
Can you imagine if Sammartino's got to put over Cutie Pie? Bruno will lose it on commentary.
Could keep somebody down for the count. So to his credit, David, because he's in such good condition, he was able to get up from him.
Referee Mike Torres on the count. No relation to the former right-hander.
Right.
The Red Sox, I believe. Astros and Mets. And you see Piccoli. He's looked pretty good, Bruno. You've been impressed with him, I know. Cutie Pie.
Oh.
There's a big chop from Sammartino, and he follows it up with a knee to the midsection.
That wasn't a bad little
You've been impressed with him, I know.
chain together of moves there.
There's a big chop from Sammartino, and he
Nice.
follows it up with a knee to the midsection.
Oh my God. Jeez. Neck row.
That may be the shot that David needed to turn around this match. It wasn't going the way he wanted it to go.
Hard chops.
Jeez.
Big arm chops. And the power slam turns it over.
Was it WrestleMania 1 where he had a match with Bruno in his corner?
Piccoli. For some of these shots, it sounds like we have a mic on Piccoli. And now, is that figure four? Yeah. And applying the pressure.
Oh, come on.
That's it. And look at that smile. Oh.
It did. That was a stiff chop. He hit him just perfect. Luckily, the crowd was completely silent, so we were able to really hear it, too.
Oh, it wasn't perfect, but David Sammartino gets his arm raised, and that's what it's all about.
Our featured grudge match is next on the Fury Hour.
Great.
What? You think it's easy being Mr.
Oh, boy.
Wonderful? Well, it's not true. People are always trying to throw me around. And to make sure that doesn't happen, I use Joe Weider's Total Arm Blaster. It's the best way I know to keep my arms pumped and strong. So if you want massive steel-like arms, do what I do. Blast away with the Total Arm Blaster. 1-800-423-5713. Call now.
My name was...
Oh, shit.
I was a former world champion. And I always associated with champions. Now I'm associated with a new champion, UWF. Listen in, tune in, and be with the best. The world's champion, UWF.
Greg DeGeorge back with Bruno Sammartino, our big feature match.
Oh, boy. Great. This was so good last week. I'm sure it'll be great this time. Like, no shade to Ivan. I just think that Wild Thing guy is not it.
Motion against Tolos to get rid of that chain. You don't mind him bringing it into the ring. It's what he does when he finishes his match.
Yes, Wild Thing. Tonight, oh, I already know. You are a great wrestler. You are a seasoned wrestler. 6'2", 250 pounds, blonde hair, eyes of blue. All the American girls go crazy over you. But you see, the old veteran...
Totally natural hair.
Showed you I had more experience. You make one
Isn't that why they put him under the mask at one point?
And you are a pin. Because I use my brains, American. Wild Thing.
Don't forget, Durunda interviewed Killer Kowalski, too. Here comes this clown. Was that Ben Thorpe back there? Is this Ben? Hey, there's more than 48 people there, ATF media. Let's not be negative. Ring rats? Hell yeah. Do you ever watch old Twilight Zone movies? Like, in my private time, I do, yeah. Not on here, though.
And how close they all were. Yeah, first trip to New York City for the boy from Kansas City.
Baby, yeah, you, Ivan Koloff, tonight, UWF.
Well, now we're seeing something.
The final talent on who is number one in the sport today.
Anybody who wrestles this guy, they better be...
Time Traveler Ben again. We need South to West to tell us how old Ben was. USA chants going up from the crowd.
262 pounds, as you see the crowd with the USA chant.
Including that gentleman, a pioneer of the broccoli hairstyle.
Giving up some 21 pounds. And Koloff is really a brawler in the ring. I mean, you got to be prepared for a brawl. Look at that.
Wow.
Drop kick, though, by Ray early on here.
Gave him a stiff kick, and Koloff went down. And look at Koloff in the face here. Looks like he's that upset him a little bit. Uh-oh, he goes with an armbar.
I think this is 1991. Maybe.
You don't want to let Koloff get a hold like this and stay on it. You have to try to get away from it because he's the type who'll keep on it, and he'll damage it. Hey, nice takedown. He got behind him.
The takedown may get him. No. Hey, you know, Bruno, I was just informed that Captain Lou Albano next week here on the Fury Hour will have none other than the Honky Tonk Man as his special guest live interview during our program.
Oh my God, remember when we got robbed out of that Honky Tonk Man story in AWF? Remember he had that, like, Luna Vachon as, like, that pink lady gimmick?
About that, huh? Isn't that something? Hey, when you
package, well, no.
I feel like that really went nowhere. Well, and then the company folded, I guess. That's what it boils down to.
The head of UWF said he was going to bring all the superstars into the UWF. He meant what he said, didn't he?
We are a pro ring rat channel. The suits in Palo Alto have greenlit the rat support.
Beautifully, but you got a 2 count. And here's Koloff with that big boot and a chop.
Well, that was a great opportunity for Ray there. Now he's taking some big chops from Koloff, who appears in...
Ben would have been 19. That could have been him. Do you think he made his way to the Penta Theater?
In there to try and break it up. Koloff working the other midsection now of the Wild Things.
He heard Barry O was coming into the company.
Neck breakers. He turns him around.
What's up, Terrapin Fred?
Talk about getting out of it. Hip toss.
You know, this Wild Thing, the biggest of veteran like Koloff.
Saul Rucka still has you bricked. We were talking about that earlier.
Pretty well. He's holding his own in there. He's taking some hard blows, and he's come back. He's shown me that he's got a lot of guts. You know, he's got courage, and he's in shape, and he can dish it out.
How old is Opium Ben? He's in his, like, I think mid to late 50s, like mid 50s, I think.
Tree-trunk-like legs of Ivan Koloff. You see to the left of your screen again. That's Rick Rude sitting down.
More boring chants from the crowd.
We're trying to get to the bottom of that for you as weeks go on here in the UWF. Big foot to the face of Steve the Wild Thing.
Ivan Koloff against Wild Thing in a main event is just crazy.
So dangerous on the canvas, now going to the top.
In 1990, well, at any time.
Oh, he's stripped out and he falls on the top rope. Ouch.
Boy, he got shuttled right on that top rope. Koloff there. He's in a lot of pain. He's in trouble.
I think the men watching can sympathize with Mr. Koloff, even if you don't want to. Close by Ray. This might be it. Hooks the leg and no.
That was a flying clothesline. I mean, he came flying in the air with all that.
I think this is from 1991, but it started in 1990.
Again, they have to repeat over again. Just not top goal.
I thought it's only 53. Well, that's good then. I was thinking it was like 57 or something.
Kick to the midsection. What's Hernandez doing?
Trying to get Wild Thing over. Oh, man.
He hit the top chain. He hit him in the top turnbuckle, Bruno. And Orndorff had pulled the chain on the top of that turnbuckle. And boy, it's a wonder.
That's it. I think 1991.
Is usually right on the ball.
I feel like the show started in late 1990, but I could be wrong.
Because he was really doing well, and I think it gave Koloff all that Koloff could handle, and to lose it in such a fashion, I think.
Well, go beat him with that chain so that he doesn't come back for another rematch. Ethiopian Cropan Opium Token Opium Ben. Sounds like a Ric Flair promo. Let me tell you something, you Ethiopian Cropan Opium Token Opium Ben. I'm coming for your walk, I'm coming for your daughter, and I'm coming for Daisy. Woo!
Everybody in the audience saw what happened. And the last time these two powerhouses met, young Wild Thing Ray also got gypped out of a win. But I'm sure the next time, Steve Ray will study up on his wrestling moves. We're in New York City, and we'll be back after these messages with next week's card.
Let's see what we got coming next week.
Next week on the Fury Hour, we'll have in action Cowboy Bob Orton.
Great.
The wonderful Paul Orndorff.
Terrific.
Dr. Death, Steve Williams.
Great.
Next week, Cactus Jack returns as well.
Terrific.
And the controversial feature match, Iceman King.
Good. Okay, so that's a good card. All right, see you later, Dave. Take it easy, man.
The UWF power line at 1-900-420-4UWF. Find out all about what's happening in the UWF.
I'll ask Warlock Grace to cast a circle of protection on you.
420-4UWF for the UWF power line.
Rumble in the Big Apple takes place January 91. What about Rumble in the Big Apple 2?
America and UWF are heating up all over the country. People like Steve Williams, people like Paul Orndorff, people like Brian B. Blair, Captain Lou Albano, the Wild Thing Steve Ray, and yours truly, The Rock. All right here on Sports Channel, USA, Universal Wrestling Federation. Whoa, yeah, even them dumb ugly power twists. I like to pop them both right in the mouth.
Warlock Grace and
again,
Opium Ben.
The Rumble in New York Part 2. That takes place first at the Royce Hotel in Queens, opposite LaGuardia Airport. That begins at 8 p.m. on Friday, February the 8th. Then on Saturday night, February the 9th at 7:30, we go back to the Penta Hotel for another great card. It's a weekend filled with great talent like Dangerous Dan Spivey, The Wild Thing, Dr. Death, Paul Orndorff, Greg Valentine, and some great surprises.
Are there only two like big events from them that are available? The Blackjack Brawl and then the other one? Because a lot of these say like not that there's like no TV for them.
The Universal Wrestling Federation, the ultimate in sports entertainment.
Yeah, there's just a bunch of like dead air at the end of these. This is going to be a good card. Let's get ready for this one. Dr. Death, Cactus Jack.
Continued his unprovoked assault on referee Larry Sampson.
See, Colonel, what you don't understand is this man here is a referee. He's not a fighter. You got football referees. This kind of shirt.
Who did the? Oh, it was the Viking, right? That called somebody a taco squeezer.
250 pounds of sex appeal.
And then Methadone Clinic sent that really detailed message about taco squeezing.
Then woke up about that. That gimmick went out years ago. This is the 90s, fool. So when you start picking on him, you start picking on family. And blood is thicker than mud. In other words, punk, it's a family affair.
And Mama says it bees that way sometimes.
Samson's cousin, Iceman King Parsons, charged into the ring.
Blackjack Brawl got a VHS release. Was there any? I'm just trying to make sure we watch any of the like big events that are actually like available.
here for a reason and not for a season. Tonight,
Bethadone's way was just like you just pinched the taco, like you squeezed the taco together.
When you mess with kin folks, you mess with blood. And I'm gonna prove it once and for all, right here, tonight.
Right here.
Like you said, you that way sometime. Mercy.
Feature grudge match. This should be good. I'm looking forward to this. First main event in a minute I was looking forward to. They're all big events. There's the Blue Knight. Choco Taco. Oh, yeah. Didn't that come back for a minute? A few years ago? Everything since the pandemic, though, just feels like it's simultaneously a week ago and 50 years ago.
And welcome to the Universal Wrestling Federation Fury Hour.
Man, I thought Daninsky said they dropped Bruno.
Wrestling's living legend Bruno Sammartino. We are back in the Big Apple at the
He was probably being sarcastic, and I was just high and thought he was being serious. We're probably stuck with Bruno.
Parsons, the Iceman, going up against Colonel DeBeers in a big grudge match, and this should be something else.
This is a match that I'm really looking forward to because the Iceman, he is a angry man, and we're just going to see what Mr. DeBeers, or the Colonel, as we should call him.
It gets more hype than this. Awesome.
Right now, let's get to Herb Abrahams for more on tonight's card.
Oh boy, here comes Herb.
Craig and Bruno will start off the Fury Hour with rugged Cowboy Bob Orton, the wonderful one, Paul, Mr. Wonderful Orndorff, the indestructible Dr. Death, Steve Williams, the crazy psychopath, Cactus Jack, and the feature, Colonel DeBeers meets
Great
up with
roster
his new
for this
nemesis,
episode.
Iceman King Parsons. Plus, as always, another Looney Landing with Lou Albano in Captain
Looney
Lou's
Landing.
Corner. And another fan's question gets answered on Ask the Wrestlers.
You don't like Craig DeGeorge's hair?
That ring is shoot length for all the news and happenings in the
See,
UWF
look.
on the UWF.
Just like the streamers do whenever they put on their real, like their shoot glasses, then that's how you know it's serious. Like Bruno's telling you, like, if you call up, I'm going to be professional. I've got my glasses on. I'm going to be, articulate.
Power line. Find out where the match is going to be in the future. Plus, hear what your
I like that
favorite
picture,
UWF
too.
wrestler have to say. Just dial the power line at 1-900-420.
Well, we're committed to a full UWF watch through, no matter how terrible it gets.
Call now.
Here he is.
We're locked in.
St. Louis, Missouri, Cowboy Bob Orton.
Ooh, new look for John Tolos.
And there he is, the Ace Cowboy Bob Orton, making his way through the SRO big crowd here at the Penta Hotel to the tune of Bonanza.
But we see Bob Orton here, and of course it's managed by John Tolos. And we said this before about Orton, like him or hate him. But one thing you can't take away from this guy, this is a talented,
He sounds like
man.
Dracula.
He's also a very vicious man. But when it comes to wrestling skills, this guy, he knows it all. I mean, he comes from a great wrestling family, and he's great. Yeah. Now he's got a manager. That's right, John Tolos. Of course, John and Chris Tolos were tag team champions. They were one of the best combinations throughout the 50s and the 60s and the 70s. Now he's a manager, and there he is behind Orton, as if Orton needs needs more fire to him, and Tolos can certainly, with his devious mind, can contribute to that.
I like the word you use, fire. His opponent is Sonny Blaze, 232 out of the Big Apple, in front of his hometown crowd. Tolos said he's going to suplex New York City here with this man, Bob Orton.
Glasses make you smarter? Yeah, Absolutely.
Arm drag, hip toss.
That's how you know it's,
Nice arm
you know,
drag. And again,
shit's
Orton,
real.
if Orton wanted to, he could go again in
Unless
the
they're,
face the best and give a beautiful
unless it's
scientific
Grace
cut
wearing
and
her
wrestle most guys.
smart
That's
glasses.
how talented the guy is. Unfortunately,
That's
the
purely
sadist likes to
aesthetic.
Go in there and be violent and really do as much damage as he can to an opponent, mostly through illegal maneuvers.
Next week he will get his
Very Brazzers coded when she has those on.
with B. Brian Blair. We'll have that one for you here on Sports Channel America. Of course, Orton headbutted Honey, B. Brian Blair's manager, several weeks back. John Tolos also led that charge. Honey has recovered, thank you. Doing just fine, and B. Brian Blair has always been talking about, wherever you see him at dinner, he just keeps talking about Bob Orton.
Yeah. First of all, she recovered, as you said, from a pretty bad, severe, from what I said.
Tony Yeoman puts his on to check his receipts.
And you have to wonder, as much as B. Brian Blair is looking forward to this match with Orton, but the question still remains that you have John Tolos loose out there. And that in itself, you know, provides you with a tremendous danger for Honey. And
the other day, Grace looked exactly like those. You know how the Brazzers has those commercials, and it's like it'll be like two chicks playing a video game together, and they're like over the top, like they try to make them look real as nerdy as they can, but they like never actually look nerdy. That's what Grace. That's like the aesthetic she had the other day. I told her, and she didn't respond to it. Maybe she didn't like the comparison.
There you go. There's Blaze outside.
I meant it as a compliment.
Tolos grabbing and bashing his head on that apron. See, that's Tolos. Extremely dangerous. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut in on.
No, that's okay.
You, Craig, but,
Orton trying to
look at this.
get him back in there. What's he doing there?
This is going for a double chicken wing suplex.
Ooh, man, that was nasty looking.
Going into a bridge himself. He just took him to the side and slammed him.
Chicken wing became a pancake very quickly there.
Yeah, right.
Sonny Blaze on the canvas. As you see Tolos trying to rev up Orton a little bit. There's a big arm chop.
Oh boy, now with the blowing the whistle. Yeah, he does have glasses. He puts them on every time he plays Positive Stevie. Like the positive version of himself. But he wears them other times too. So he does that, an inverted version of DeBeers' finish.
On Sonny Blaze. Could put him away there.
What was that? He's talking to Tolos, and Tolos evidently told him something. I thought he might have had the opportunity to take the pin on Blaze there, but instead he got up.
Orton going for his suplexes here.
Oh, wow.
Power slam. That nearly rocked the canvas and ripped it in half.
What's with the ref?
Tries to get the...
You gotta be kidding me.
But just see what he did. He purposely slammed it close to the ropes so that he could put Blaze's foot over the rope for the referee to break, suggesting, in other words, look at that. I mean, what's on their mind? Is it so that Tolos can do something when
this match is definitely not going on too long or anything.
Slam the right center ring and take the pin.
He does have him close enough.
Good thing they don't use the round system here.
Oh boy, he's really working that face area, Bruno, on that side of the head. He got a couple of right hands in on Sonny Blaze. And Blaze is a flame here.
Got him on a front face lock now, and now he's going to look like he's going to go for a vertical suplex. Let's see.
One of the best in the business at it. No. Back in the top turnbuckle.
Oh, here we go.
He's going for the big suplex. Watch, he's going to climb up there.
He's going to do it. No, he's not going to do it from the middle rope. Is he, Bruno? He's not going to do it. No.
And I'll tell you what, nobody does this better than Orton. When Orton gives you this powerplex.
Shit, it took him like 5 fucking seconds just to get down there. He just like walked over leisurely, just laid down slow. Bethadone has glasses too. She has like her Dahmers.
Terrific super.
The winner, Cowboy Bob Orton.
The winner indeed. After a suplex like that, how are you going to get up?
Man, the reffing here is not the best. The heels are getting cheers, yeah. Interesting crowd at the UWF. There was one particular heel they were really cheering early on, and I can't remember who it was.
Oh, boy. Bob Orton pulling Sonny Blaze out on Bruno. Sammartino was taking the headset off. As you can see, to help out Sonny Blaze.
Oh, I thought Bruno was going to try to step to Cowboy.
Step, my partner. Getting out of the way of Sonny Blaze, who will work his way off, as you can see. Oh, boy.
Come on, Bob.
Top of the rope now. Well, Bob Orton.
What's he doing up there?
Rule breaker his entire career, and he's certainly not going to stop here in the UWF.
Coming up, Mr. Wonderful gets set to do his
Mr.
thing
Wonderful
on the
is
Fury
next.
Hour.
Here comes 250 pounds of steel from Brandon, Florida. He really is Mr. Wonderful. Paul Orndorff.
Here he comes, Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff. With a mission.
Well, where was the State Athletic Commission during the Larry Sampson controversy?
Talk about a guy who's always in tip-top shape and who's very aggressive in that ring, and that's Paul Orndorff. He's like a machine in that ring.
Paul Orndorff, next week, will meet. This is going to be something else. He will meet Dr. Death, Steve Williams. As you take a look at Chris Michaels.
Oh, Chris Michaels is back again.
And I'll tell you what, when those two guys meet, you know, Dr. Death, by the way, he'll be on the next match here, you know.
Yes, he will. Next match, of course. But what I was saying is next week, those two combatants will be in the ring together against one another.
Boy, it's a pretty big ratings risk to not have Brian Blair on the show. Oh, yeah, look at this venue.
Chris Michaels here out of the ring.
This got to be a dangerous spot, Craig.
Bruno, I think they still think you're wrestling.
Yeah, I don't know. This keeps up.
Oh, gosh, great suplex by Paul Orndorff. And you know that Dr. Death is watching this match in his dressing room. He'll come up next, as we mentioned. Oh, there's a great clothesline, flying clothesline by Orndorff. And I'm sure Paul, Mr. Wonderful Orndorff, will be watching Dr. Death. And as we said, next week, they'll finally get to settle this.
He may not have been an official ref.
Orndorff, of course, got hit by that chair.
Maybe that's where I remember him from, as early ECW. I know I remember him from somewhere.
Well, Orndorff got hit by that chair, and when you know, Steve Williams had no business getting involved.
Very reflection coded. He also wrestled Ric Flair once. It's pretty cool. Did he get the win? Bill Gates in the crowd.
Orndorff goes into the ropes, but look at that big knee to the midsection, knocking down Chris Michaels. Dr. Death, Steve Williams next here in the Fury Hour. There's a great drop kick.
Beautiful
flying
drop kick.
Feet coming into the face of Chris Michaels. Boy, Orndorff is really impressive, isn't he, Bruno?
Well, like I've always
Getting
said,
fried and watching old school wrestling sounds like a great day. Totally. What's up, K4? Yeah, we watch wrestling on Tuesdays and Fridays. Fridays always Memphis wrestling.
Here it comes.
You got it.
And there he goes.
Man, he got up for that.
Got it.
And there he goes.
Nice.
And Chris Michaels is finished. Stick the fork in
Could count to 100 on that one.
Mr. Wonderful Orndorff.
Sir Christopher Michaels. That was definitely an ECW, right? The Sir.
What? You think it's easy being Mr. Wonderful? Well, it's not true. People are always trying to throw
What
me
an
around.
uncomfortable
And to make
commercial.
sure that doesn't happen, I use Joe Weider's Total Arm Blaster. It's the best way I know to keep my arms pumped and strong. So if you want massive steel-like arms, do what I do. Blast away with the Total Arm Blaster.
Well, only 20 bucks though.
423-5713. Call now.
The Royce Hotel is a traveler's delight, comfortable and convenient, and situated literally across the street from New York's LaGuardia Airport. A full-service facility featuring Timothy's Restaurant, a restaurant for all occasions. Valentine's Lounge with our famous Fridays happy hour, plus 288 tastefully decorated rooms and suites. Courtesy
Here at the
van
Royce.
service to LaGuardia and much more to make your stay a memorable one. For reservations, call 1-800-23-ROYCE.
Oh, you think they booked him to get to the
Bruno, I
to get
read
the
your
venue?
book, and it's fantastic. But I thought I knew everything about you, and I guess I don't because I've learned some very interesting facts. What inspired you to write this?
Well, Herb, for years, people have been asking me so many things. They were curious about my life because they knew I came from Europe. They knew I was there during World War II. They want to know how I got into wrestling, my weightlifting. And so, but what really inspired me to write is because somebody said to me, Bruno, there are so many kids who start off with
People are
nothing,
too
and they think that
entranced
there's
by learning
hopeless,
about
there's
Bruno
no future.
Sammartino.
And you really came from nothing. And so I thought if I could inspire some youngsters into giving them the will, the desire that there is something out there for them. And so I wanted to put my whole life story in that book, not only about wrestling, but my very beginning, my experience, like I said, World War II, and coming over to America, what it was like into wrestling, and a lot of insight about the wrestling
ATF
game
Media
itself.
said that Bruno's book was
What do you think
basically
has come of the
the,
wrestling game since
you know,
you,
one of the,
started out in
one
the
of, if not the greatest
1960 as opposed to what's
books
happening
ever
in
written about
wrestling
professional
I'm
wrestling.
inspired thanks to you of the UWF because it seems to me like we're getting back to basics in so many ways because I was really disturbed with what I'd seen in more recent times where it become a little bit too gimmicky, too show business, too many painted faces and too many
Can you
animals.
imagine saying that wrestling is too gimmicky and you come to UWF?
Cartoons. So I was very disillusioned with all that because I love wrestling, and so I'm glad that I think we're heading back to the right direction.
And if you love professional wrestling, you'll pick up an autobiography of Bruno
World
Sammartino.
War II.
Bruno Sammartino.
I didn't talk to her, but I left her a comment on her new video, and she gave me a heart react. I keep slowly sneaking in. I don't want to overdo it, but I keep sneaking in every once in a while a reminder that she needs to do a Thorpe documentary.
Wrestling's only living legend. Here's how to order.
Just send a check or money order along with your name and address
Bruno
to
was the man.
Bruno's book, 702 Washington Street, Marina Del Rey, California, 90292.
I heard he really used his political sway to hold back the Duke of Dorchester. Anti-warrior.
No question about it, boy. Look at this guy. He's fierce of looking, isn't he? And
Too many painted
there's
faces.
a guy, when you talk about tough, there's a guy that certainly has a reputation not only throughout the United States, but throughout the world. He's very big over in Japan.
Bruno says he doesn't like gimmicks, but his favorite wrestler in UWF is the Viking.
Anytime he's in that ring, I don't care who he's in there against, he is a dangerous, dangerous man. He is a tough man.
Here's a good look at Dr. Death, Steve Williams.
This fellow Durham, he's like 229 pounds. He's a little weight disadvantage here. Camden, New Jersey. Nice town, Camden, New Jersey. We'll see what Mr. Durham has learned in Camden in preparing to face...
Her latest video was about like nurses that post inappropriate shit on TikTok.
Stepped into the ring with one of the baddest, Steve Williams. You know, we had all the talk there about the ravishing Rick Rude and Orndorff potential matchup down the line, but of course, next week, Orndorff will take on Dr. Death.
You talk about two guys that dislike each other. More appropriately, I should do.
Talk about two guys that don't dislike each other, so they like each other. Bruno, come on.
To flank him across the ring, and instead he met him with that clothesliner.
Bruno 85 run.
You know, when Durham's weight go one way, that just made it that much more devastating. Look how he's insulting him with these slaps and rubbing his face.
Durham's head was going one way, and his body ended up going in the other direction. And, that's not a good idea. Dr. Death.
Oh, nice.
Oh, look at this. See what he's doing? He's holding by the back of the head and just coming up the knee to his face and just hammering away with the knee.
You know, it's very hard to get some information from Dr. Death. You try to talk to him. He says you won't see too many wrestling moves tonight. He did tell me. You'll just see that vicious.
Well,
power that he shows.
Well, 285 pounds. Now, as you see, he straddled, what's his name, Durham, across the ropes here.
Ooh, nice.
I mean, he came flying with all that weight up and right on Durham's back. And this neck, you can see this right here by our side here. His neck, I thought he was going to be decapitated the way he hit so hard against that rope. I'm surprised that Durham is still on his feet, or, you know, almost on his feet.
He's hanging in there, and he's on his feet now. Probably have to be happy about that because Dr. Death here, what is this, power press?
You're going to press him in the air, and look at this. Press him, and now what?
True. Oh, my God.
He's holding him up there, Bruno. He didn't just press him, he held him up, and then he slammed him down.
I was afraid of my trouble.
What about Bruno Sammartino and Downtown Bruno together?
But I don't want to see him come flying.
By the way, I'm very impressed how quickly you moved out of the way there.
Well, why not?
You still ready?
See somebody come flying out like that, you better move out of the way.
You're in mid-season form.
Look at all the suits from Palo Alto in the front row there.
Hey, the abdominal stretch.
Abdominal stretch.
They're there to make sure they want to extend the Tuesday contract with Herb Abrahams.
Right now, that move, I'm sure that Durham feels like all his rib cage are just being pulled apart.
Well, you look at his face, you could see that it's going to have at least that effect on him.
Well, he had two choices.
Come on, Dr. Death. Let's get this wrapped up.
Up to the ropes, of course, making the referee break the hold.
Well, they're both from Pittsburgh, and Bruno is a big fan of Downtown Bruno is a big fan of Bruno Sammartino.
There have been so many hard blows here that I think part of this ring is broken.
How do you think Bruno Sammartino would feel, though, about the slurs used by Downtown Bruno?
Dr. Death brings him into the turnbuckle. Now into the other turnbuckle. A referee should really stop this match, Bruno.
Bruno and Bruno, exactly.
And puts him away, thank goodness, in the middle of the ring area.
Steve, Dr. Jack, Williams.
Always checking in on their investments.
Time's about up. Paul Orndorff. It's like me walking down the beach. You're going to be out there playing with the sand castles, and I'm going to bury you and start kicking sand in your face. You were in New York, and you told everybody in the world it's going to be a bloodbath. Huh? New York hasn't seen a bloodbath. If that's what
True, they didn't like her, quote, combative behavior.
Because I'm telling you, this is the strongest man in professional wrestling. Paul Orndorff, time's coming. It's all over with. Dr. Death is going to stampede you, and it'll be a bloodbath you're laying in. Oh, yeah, Dr. Death. 1 week from tonight, on national TV, you and I are going to step into that ring. You know, I overheard those comments.
So is that going to be the main for next week, then?
What you did to that man out there. Well, I'm not that man that was in that ring.
Oh, yeah, because this week's DeBeers and Iceman.
And I've been all over this country. I've stepped in the ring with every great athlete there's ever been in the wrestling ring. And I know exactly what I'm up against. I know exactly
Why
what
did they tease Barry O and then not bring him in?
I haven't forgot the chair up beside the head. I hadn't forgot those 6 stitches that you put in my head, my friend. So when you and I get it on here next week on national TV, oh, you know what's going to break loose. The whole wrestling world is going to be tuned in right here.
The match of
Oh,
these
ball
great
man, now
gladiators
Captain
happens on the
Lou's
Fury
corner.
Hour next week. The rubber band man, Captain Lou, is next in Captain Lou's corner.
Oh, my God. There's that Dan Spivey shirt.
Hey fans, now you can carry your favorite UWF wrestler and personality wherever you go, wearing these new UWF t-shirts.
What a terrible Albano graphic.
Here's where to order either Dr.
Remember when Tolos called him Albino?
Mr. Wonderful, Bruno, Dan Spivey, Brian Blair, or
He's
UWF
so
logo.
checked out,
Caps
man,
are available
Tolos,
too.
but it's
So
great.
order now.
He's just cashing that check, I think.
Yes, wrestling fans, it's Captain Lou Albano back again this week with the Captain's Corner. You know, I was appalled at the tactics of Colonel DeBeers coming out here and saying he would not wrestle or didn't want a black man in the ring. Well, let me tell you this. My cousin is Lou Duva that handles Evander Holyfield, the heavyweight champion of the world, and he's a black man, and I'm proud to say that I have a great black man right here with me, and here he comes. Come on out, brother, and tell him where black is at. Go ahead,
Tell him where black is
You know
at.
what, man? See, I was at home tending like I know how to do, and my cousin
Did he say
Larry
pimpin'?
called me. See, I was at home tending, like I know how to do, and my cousin Larry called me. He said, it's so full up here from South Africa.
Cousin Larry, like from Perfect Strangers.
A whole lot of garbage. He said, brother, I need you better than whole
Larry
wheat
Appleton.
flour. So I didn't do number one thing. I set my teeth on to the side and I cut this away. And who else? Who else? Nobody but that low-lifted fool, Colonel DeBeers. Hey, man, if
Colonel
you don't
DeBeers,
like what's happening
singular.
in the United States, why don't you just get the hell out of here? See, because I'm here for a reason and not for a season.
Let's go.
And when you put your hand on my cousin, you made it a family affair.
Okay, brother, you know what I've got to say? The man is right. This is America, brother. This is made up of
Larry and Balky,
the black, the white, the green, the yellow. We got it all together, baby. We all here as a team, as a combined effort. And if DeBeers, if you don't like that, brother, then get your hiney right out of here, baby, and back to South Africa. This is a black.
Wow, Captain Lou Albano telling people that if they don't like this country, to go back to Africa.
Captain Lou, stake my reputation that he is welcome on my show, baby, anytime he wants. Well, I feel good.
What is going on here?
Blood is thicker than mud, and you made it a family affair. You got that? Like Mama says, it be that way sometimes.
Let's go. Boy, Captain Lou just can't let anybody get over, can he? He's got to try to outshine everybody. What an unhinged segment.
Bruno, hasn't New York been wonderful for us?
New York is great. Yes, it has been wonderful, but New York always has been wonderful when they see the best, and that's
New
what
York
the
has
shame
always
is.
been
Very,
wonderful.
very
I sold out the Madison Square Garden many times.
New York takes place at the same Penta Hotel on Saturday, February the 9th.
I wrestled Stan
This night
Stasiak
promises
once.
to be even better than our great card there earlier this month. Call for tickets now. Just dial 516
Stan Henson, break my neck.
for UWF.
Hey, you little Mr. Wonderfuls out there. You think Mr. Wonderful got to look like this by eating wimp food like cheeseburgers, french fries, and quiche? Get
Quiche?
real. A talented serious athlete like me needs real nutrition. So I drink Joe Weider's Dynamic Muscle Builder. It's got high-quality protein, amino acids, vitamins, minerals, and other important stuff I need to beat, meet my opponent in the ring. And it tastes great, too.
These infomercials are just nuts.
And it's just like a thick, rich milkshake. Joe Weider's
Yeah, it was a great
Dynamic
promo.
Muscle Builder.
Nuts.
Tough nutrition for us tough athletes. And here's the number, 1-800-423-5713. And it's great.
Call 1-800-423-5713 or send a check or money order to Weider Health and Fitness Department, DMB 650.
Imagine how long it would take to get that. You'd have to mail your check in. You have to check it at the clear.
You've seen me before.
Then they'd have to like fucking process it, ship it, mail it to you. It's shipping time. It'd be forever.
You old fans. Now it's for the young fans to see the young wrestlers. And UWF, the world's champions, are here.
I
UWF
must break you.
produces the best there is in wrestling. So tune in and listen to.
That's
the
Ben's
best there
favorite,
is.
right?
World champions in wrestling. UWF. None other. That is the best.
It's that time again. Time for Ask the
I
Wrestlers,
only
and your
go,
chance to win a free
Killer only
UWF
goes for the
t-shirt and
best.
cap.
The
This
UWF,
odd question was
George
sent to the
Dorinda.
UWF by Melissa Zink, who somehow had heard that Mr. Wonderful was
Oh my God, Melissa Zink. Come on. I've heard a rumor that something happened to Paul Orndorff, that he had died.
no longer among the living.
In reply to your question that you asked, Melissa Zink, you know, people like to spread vicious rumors, and it's very obvious that I'm not dead. And I really don't know why somebody would want to spread something like that, but we do have some cruel people in this world. We do have people that like to spread gossip and talk and just like to stir up trouble. So let that be a lesson learned to you, that don't believe everything you hear.
Yeah, I remember the poster.
Melissa will receive a free t-shirt and cap, and you can too.
What a weird question.
It's easy to become involved.
What
Just
a
send your name and
weird
address and
question.
to Ask the Wrestlers, 702 Washington Street.
V8
Marina Del Rey,
rumor of the week is that Paul
California,
Orndorff is dead.
280 pounds from
Who could we say is dead on the V8?
Mexico.
rumor of the week.
Alrighty, more surprises here this hour. The Universal Wrestling Federation and the Cracker Jack boxes after. Well, it's been unbelievable.
Well, of course, we've seen Cactus Jack at the, the UWF.
Viewer mail.
I'll tell you what, this guy, every time you see him, you wonder, you say to yourself, what is this man? Who is he? I mean, he's an amazing guy. I've seen him on that concrete floor getting slammed and suplexed, and it seems like this is the man who feels no pain. I've never seen anybody like him.
Yet another star, the Universal Wrestling Federation.
Tom Zink's little sister. We heard Paul Orndorff is dead. Bethadone. She's only missing online. Like, she's never, like, actually MIA.
I mean, they're seeing the best here. If you are flipping around a dial and tuned us in, stay with us. Plenty more to come on the Fury Hour as Cactus Jack gets into Mike Williams.
But he clotheslined Williams from the back. Now that's, from the back. And Williams made a complete somersault forward.
What has having a excellent amateur background done for you?
Williams is in trouble because he keeps seesawing back.
Old Harley race maneuver.
You see the momentum of his own weight that he brings up and brings him right back.
And Williams landing on the hard cement floor, which is covered by a thin carpet here at the beautiful grand ballroom of the Bento Hotel.
Oh, man. Oh, my God. Oh, look, there's Vladimir in the crowd. Look. There he is. Oh, it's in New York. Not surprising.
He is, he really does, if you talk to him, he prefers all the action outside the ring. If you're going against him, unlike most opponents, if you get in trouble, not a good idea to go outside the ring.
Well, I think he figures, he knows he can take it out there. He knows he can take Slammer, but he figures if he can get his opponents to deliver them those blows, he figures if they can't take it, then therefore it's going to weaken him and he's going to bring him back in the ring and win the match, and it usually works for him.
He seems to try and force the action outside of the green, yellow, and purple ropes. Big foot to the back of the head there of Mike Williams and Cactus Jack. Over Williams here.
How would you like it if you had a sister and she brings home Cactus Jack one day, say, brother, mom, dad, this is my...
Now he's saying that, like, Cactus shouldn't be able to find romance because he's weird looking.
Greg, how would you feel about that?
I certainly would try and persuade
well, blood is thicker than mud, according to Iceman.
With this guy, you might not want to do that either. He doesn't even...
You're going to tell her that. You tell her privately and alone, not in front of him.
That's right, on the side. Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, a lot of things have been said about him and his appearance.
Blood's thicker than mudslides.
Behavior, what have you.
Look at that singular trad standing up in the crowd.
Also, extremely tough. We have, when you talk about UWF and you can talk about so many individuals and you have to keep using the same words, extremely tough, extremely, because they are just, whoa.
Gosh, he landed.
I like these kind of venues. I think they're pretty neat. Like I said, I think it was the Manhattan Center that I went to for Ring of Honor that was set up kind of like this. Who did I see wrestle there? That's where Punk wrestled Austin Aries, remember? And I was in the front row, and on the DVD, I lean out of the crowd and yell an obscenity at CM Punk.
All right. You don't mind me, probably will not tag in. There's a good suplex by Cactus.
And then I think the second time was Samoa Joe against Kobashi, if I remember right.
Controversial feature match. If you haven't seen it up, you'll see more. And coming up next, the Iceman against Colonel DeBeers.
Oh boy, what a match that's going to
be. It's going to be a happening, Craig.
Consequences, New Mexico. Oh, good elbow there by Mike Williams.
Shout out to Craig, the crack grabber.
Jack.
He actually reacted to it like it hurt him. Cactus Jack says, I got him now.
Looking at the groin area, put both of them outside the ring.
Now that's one of his favorite maneuvers. He
Or no, was it the Aries rematch? Maybe it wasn't.
When you're Orndorff like that, he throws his whole weight behind the
He wrestled Aries. He beat Aries for the belt. But then I think he had a rematch against Aries, but maybe not. Maybe that's not what happened.
flying out of the ring. Now, you know, he could get hurt. Well, a normal human being could get
It's
hurt.
probably on YouTube. It's CM Punk at the Manhattan Center.
He power slammed him onto that cement floor.
Question is, will Mike Williams come back in that ring now after that blow?
Tell you what, you tell me about what I would do in certain situations.
Oh, man. VIP section. That's where Hurricane Oh, look, Killer Kowalski was out there. That's where they'd have Paro in the VIP section.
And now he goes in the ring. You would think, where's the count? The referee now is counting. There it is, yeah. There's the count out. Oh, gosh, I hope Mike will pick it up.
Are they going to tell us? No.
Well, his name is Cactus Jack.
Cactus Jack.
There we go.
Well, you know what? He won the match, but in another way, he could have really...
Do you think Matchbox is better than Hot Wheels?
Here's a replay. Cactus Jack from a distance approaches
Hot Wheels
Mike
do use a lot of plastic
clotheslines him from
chassis
behind, making this one
parts
of
now, I
wrestling's
feel like.
most devastating and dangerous moves in the sport today. Cactus Jack and that flying back clothesline. Coming up, the racial grudge match of the year.
The racial grudge match of the year.
On Colonel DeBeers.
He does love wrestling for sure. He's always cutting promos. And comparing like Boyd to the in wrestling terms. He's not even bothering with the eye patch at this point.
Making his way into the ring area, and this is one we have been waiting for about 5 or 6 weeks.
But Craig, have you noticed something about Colonel DeBeers?
What?
He doesn't have that patch on his eye.
Oh, that's a good point. Yes, you're right. He's had that pirate patch over his right eye. You know,
Against Clarence,
whoever
the boxing
gave the advice
match.
to take it off was thinking
Yeah,
because
he
he's going
hid
up
behind that
against
fake-ass
the Iceman
profile
King
picture and
Parsons.
challenging me to a boxing match.
To the ring at this time, weighing in at 237 pounds, from Dallas, Texas, he is the Iceman.
He does seem to be very highly decorated, to be fair.
Did you see the Iceman coming in to the tune of
Let's
Ice
see, CM
Baby?
Punk versus Austin.
DeBeers was in a match and whipped the referee, a black referee, Larry Sampson, who just happened to be the cousin of the Iceman. This was several weeks ago. Of course, DeBeers was going to face a suspension, but Sampson said, no, I don't want him suspended. I got another way to take care of this guy. And he did it by calling this man his cousin, the Iceman, King Parsons, who is now into the ring and is looking forward to this matchup. He had this date circled on his calendar. No doubt about that.
And there's an awful lot that's been said on both sides here, Greg. And the Iceman, of course, he has expressed his
Hold on, let me.
feelings about
I
DeBeers
gotta
and what
see
he did
something.
to Wisconsin especially. And DeBeers, of course, has been very vocal about his feelings coming from South Africa and so forth. So there's a lot of hate here. And it'll be interesting to see. Okay, DeBeers immediately takes over on the Iceman. But this is the kind of a match that's going to go back and forth and see who's going to outlast who.
Hands on the edge of the seats here at the beautiful Grand Ballroom in the heart of Manhattan.
Maybe it was this one.
Irish whipping. Oh, great clothesline by the Iceman. And now left, a series of lefts by the Iceman and the shot to the neck area.
Well, you see a fired up Iceman here because he's a very angry guy, and he has said that. In fact, a week, 2 weeks ago, he said that he was just frustrated because time was going so slow.
I think I might have found the match. Hang on.
And so now it's here, and he is anxious. But again, it's not going to be no easy pickings here because anybody who knows DeBeers, you know, you can hate him all you want, but this is a tough individual. He's a big 295 pounds. So you know that you know he's tough, and you know he's vicious, and you know that he hates the Iceman.
Yes, he does, and really disgusting. Colonel DeBeers thinks he stands for.
No, I guess that's not
we got
it.
rid of this attitude back in the mid-1800s when Abe Lincoln came along. But DeBeers, just a disgusting example, and certainly many rooting for King Parsons here, the Iceman. He does have his hands full, however, with the big tough DeBeers from South Africa.
Now he was, that's not what he had in mind when he was running the Iceman across that ring. He wanted to run his head against the buckle, and the Iceman put his foot up and ran his head, DeBeers' head against it instead. And
the Colonel.
One tackle. Let's
see. The near 300
I'm having a terrible time.
Knocking down the Iceman. Whoa, good job by Iceman. And the force line that knocked down DeBeers. Lateral press. They really haven't covered enough, Bruno. Ooh. And takes the double boot shot to the head.
But did you hear those boots? I mean, you really heard them hit against the Iceman's head. Wow, that stung.
No, I can't find it for some reason.
There, by the way, for the Iceman.
I see used the 295-pound leverage as he drove himself backwards in pulling the Iceman against those ropes. And just like a slingshot, he went flying back.
I feel like we watched it at one point, but I can't remember how I searched for it.
They knocked the wind out of it pretty good. Now that knee midsection, that knocked the wind out of you.
DeBeers in the fatigues, and you know, Bruno, he does not have the typical wrestling shoes either. There's a heel on those shoes.
I've always questioned about that. Is how he's allowed to use those, you know, because I don't think that they meet with the requirement, you know.
What's up, Sean Lawson?
Shot of it there. Look at those boots. The heels and the boots. It looks like he's ready for the
Clarence shadow boxing.
Look at the spikes like that leather. Look at that underneath. I mean, you know, that's thick stuff. And,
I think Clarence would just really. I think. Wow, what a weird pose. I think Clarence would rely on maybe like heavily bleaching his clothing so that like the smell would maybe like intoxicate or knock out. It's me.
And you know, we've been talking about what the Iceman's trying to do. You know, DeBeers wants to make a point here in this match.
There's nothing that would give DeBeers greater pleasure if he could get a win here tonight.
No, I can't watch AAA. Maybe some like real old stuff, maybe.
Superior, what I've been saying all along, that's South Africa. But I don't know. I think that before you'll achieve that, this guy.
Or if it's like a really, like a kind of a worn VHS version of it with commercials and stuff, you might be able to get away with it.
That's right. Yes, he got the heel. It looks like he almost put a mark in his head.
Yeah, I mean, he really came down high. Keep in mind, this is a 300-pound, you might say, 295 pounds. Yeah. So it's better enough he's got those boots or a weapon, so when he puts in his weight behind it, comes down on there.
Iceman comes back with a big chop. By the way, wherever you are, Larry Sampson, we are with you. The referee was brutally handled by DeBeers several weeks back. The cousin of the Iceman, I'm sure you are watching here.
A real gentleman. You know, he's a terrific referee. He's a very fair guy. He's does his job. He's certainly well qualified. And for the abuse he took from DeBeers, absolutely uncalled for.
Bruno, big left hand. Knocks the 300.
I think it's very selective on what clears sometimes.
He certainly wobbled the Colonel.
The Colonel looks like he's up asleep right
What's
now.
up, Fat Jacket? I'm not smoking anything illegal on here, buddy.
I think, hey, a couple more of those, and he might go down for the
completely legal, fortunately.
For the Iceman, what he calls a lumper stumper. He uses his lump, which is rather sizable, by the way.
Iceman really getting after it here.
Look at his head bob. The Colonel can hardly be on there, can't stand on his head.
There's leverage. You always talk about leverage, Bruno. We go into the middle rope there, came down with a little extra. And there's that lumper stumper.
Then there's also stuff like where you could play it. You just need to like clear maybe some of the entrance music or something, but like overall you could use it.
Twist it up. Now the referee, I would assume he's going to try and help DeBeers out here.
Oh, really?
I wonder if he knows Sampson very well. And look at DeBeers, 3 shots at DeBeers for the Iceman. Pushes away just
Gotta be careful because that will cause a disqualification. You can't do that, Iceman. Don't do that. That'll cost you the match. You know, you can't touch a referee.
DeBeers is trying to get free.
Do you think this is going to be like the end of the feud? I guess it has built for a while between him and the ref.
And he takes that big boot to the midsection, knocks him down.
Channel dead. Oh, old commercials would be cool for sure. No way DeBeers gimmick would fly today. Yeah.
You know, the Iceman in a way was lucky.
He just died earlier in January, I think, of this year. Clarence would accuse the referee. He would just refuse to show up. He's not going to be manipulated.
Vicious kick to just help him slide through those ropes and go on the floor.
Iceman coming back in. Still on the outside apron area as DeBeers is landing that big right hand and arm, chopping into the neck area of Parsons.
Very intense here, the racial showdown of the year.
And that is warning DeBeers. And again, Bruno, we talked about that boot, which is shot.
I think the carpet is cool, like really adds to it.
Well, you know, DeBeers is making the
nice.
And he's standing there with his arrogance of his, but the match is not over yet. The Iceman is back on the apron and don't cut him out yet.
Don't forget, next week. Blair, of course, B. Brian Blair, and Cowboy Bob Orton.
Cowboy Bob.
And Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff, and Dr. Death, Steve Williams. All next week, much more as well. Check your listings here on Sports Channel America.
Find him at Walmart. Well, they're taping him. He might as well tape. They're taping him. He might as well tape them. They're taping him, so yeah, so he should tape them as well. There we go. I think that's right. Oh. Colonel DeBeers winning with that, using his brain here. That Money Tony lady was wild, yeah. For sure. I got another clip in the... Oh, come on, in the chamber on that one.
How do you like that? He went to super.
DeBeers going from behind now. Oh, what a big win for the Iceman when he took a boot again to the back. Look out, Bruno.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can't imagine it ending here. Oh, boy.
How do you like that? And you know, he kind of caught the Iceman from the back, and he cut him with
I know.
vicious knee.
It was just for how short that clip was. She got into a lot of stuff. All those looks he was giving her for taking his food.
He's got to get in there.
My gosh, he's hanging him on that top rope.
Oh, this is thrown out. This is real trouble now. DeBeers twisting up Parsons and tying a knot into that belt.
Yep.
What in the world is he trying to do? Look at this. He's tying that belt not only in his neck but on that top rope. Not once. He's going to go outside the ring. What? Probably yank on his legs.
Oh no.
But it's not
oh.
Didn't get it tied. Fortunately, the Iceman, won this match, but you couldn't tell right now.
No.
DeBeers, he grabbed something else. He got somebody else's belt. Oh.
We've seen that in Memphis a bunch of times.
I think he ripped the belt off somebody near ringside. And then he goes right into the turnbuckle and the steel pipe.
Boy, this guy's
breaking loose.
Herb Abrahams going to be like, I was afraid for my life when Colonel DeBeers came at me.
Raising his hand, but very difficult to show the gratification.
The ultimate what ifs, yeah.
After the conclusion of the match.
What a card next week, beginning with Steve the Wild Thing Ray, David Sammartino going up against the Russian Bear Ivan Koloff.
Ivan Koloff. Oh my God, dude! The Power Twins are going to be here next time.
With Brian Blair with his manager Honey and Captain Lou in his corner, meets Cowboy Bob Orton and his mentor John Tolos. Newcomer sensation Sunny Beach. And
that's all the time really we have for UWF. I'm gonna in a second here, I'm gonna go to the IWA playlist and see if they've got one we can find real quick to watch. We got a little bit of time left. Well, another blockbuster day of UWF, I think. The first two episodes were a little bit dicey, but I thought the last one turned out pretty good. We'll be back with more UWF on next Tuesday, I think. But if you want more wrestling, we'll be here Friday from Memphis in 1989. Very exciting. Okay, let's see.